my friends, and welcome back to yet another episode of Curse of the Black Mountain. My name is Robin Nick, and I'm going to be your Dungeon Master for this evening. And welcome back, another Sunday. So, in the previous adventure, our fellow adventurers are inside a place underneath the city of Karai called the Maze. A huge network of sewer systems and other catacomb-like tunnels, which they are running about and trying to find themselves around in the city, trying to find themselves, finding some, getting close towards either the castle or getting closer towards the cathedral and the catacombs there. And in order to go to the catacombs, they are going to the catacombs and retrieving a manuscript for the rogue wizards that had fled from the city down towards Karai. So they are heading maybe towards there and getting the manuscript, and in order to get some help from the mages, in order to make a rebellion happen in the city, because of the Ion Imperium has invaded this invaded this land that it was previously together with the other kingdoms, but they invaded this land instead. So this kingdom and this capital is under occupation, and they are traveling underneath here. They travel together with a person named Shade, that is more of a very annoying thief, part of the Codex. They traveled around and met the Codex members, and they could travel within the maze themselves now. So they traveled for a bit, and they came to a larger point where there was a huge pool of water. And accordingly to their guide, they were heading downwards, and there's not supposed to be water here. Investigating it further, they woke up a monster underneath this pool of water, and they fought it, a very ginormous frog-like creature with huge tentacles, but they managed to defeat it with not the most gracious way of killing it, but some of them hit it pretty good, and they managed to kill it with a lot of spells and a lot of things happening around them. But the pool of water didn't go away, so they tossed down their guide on a rope, using him as a fishing hook, trying to find whatever is down there. But after some attempts, something got stuck on their guide, and their guide disappeared underwater. One of their party members jumped down afterwards, felt something underneath it stung, or did something to make one of their hands or feet feel numb. And then they fell into this trance and fell in a very stunful appearance. But after that, after some minutes passed by and they managed to get up their companion, the water drained down, and whatever it was moved away from whatever it was. They climbed down into the drain and find out that the chamber was filled with this very unnatural magical fungi. They managed to find out that there are some necromancy and some runes on these mushrooms or these fungi. And they managed to discover that also the black or the brown icky water is also filled with spores from these fungi. And if they were trying to take away the fungi spores with water, it instantaneously grew out from their skin, and it was a very horrible experience. With that, they managed to investigate and look about, and they used the spells from the necromancy book to find out that there was some sort of creature that was lingering down here and eat the host of the body where they discovered and used the spell on. With a little help about one of the companions, familiar, the owl known as Nyx, flew around in the catacombs, finding their way, and found a hole in one of the hallways and delved down into this very smooth cylindrical hole. and finding underneath the bottom this very enormous, huge green blob that was enormous and apparently was very, very slowly digesting down their guide. And they didn't want to disturb this one, and they really didn't mention to the others that this creature was down there. For the first of moments, at least. Then they traveled into the hallway, and they found this location. It is like a center hub for many smaller like connection points of the sewers. It looks like a very small like dent into the room, and in this smaller dent they find this large table, like it's more like an altar table, where a very crimson red creature is lying, and there are lit 4 candles and huge silver balls. Not balls. That somebody else would probably say. And there are enormous piles of rubbish around this corpse, and black veins together with fungi as well. And they tried to investigate, and they investigated some parts of the rubbish and found some things, interesting things are lying about. And one by one, they managed to like go into the room. Some of them walked around and searched for the trash, and some of them walked closer to the corpse and standing close to the corpse as well. And as soon as Blinky, the goblin of the gang, came in with the room, all of a sudden the magical necromancy book opened up magically a page. It levitated up, and a spell was released from the book, and from the corpse, this I know enormous spirit came up from it with these huge ears and almost like a skeletal appearance of it, having this very long-necked black a red like mantle and black spots all over it. And it is there where we are right now. But as normally, before we begin this episode, my friends, the cast, the people, the heroes, the people of this campaign, the main persons of this campaign, how are you guys doing? Welcome back.
How are we still alive?
Yeah.
Are we really heroes?
Why are we still alive?
Are we the baddies?
Well, that is the answer for today. Let's see what's happening today's episode. And with that, let's begin. This enormous spirit reaches out with one of its fingers and hands up towards the ceiling and stretches out. This very abnormally large spirit comes out, almost skeletal in its face. Almost the skin of the skeleton is dragged very, very intensely back on its skull. Huge ears are pointing on both of its sides of its head. And it has, more close by, you can see small, like, runic lines of tattoos on its side of its temple. And this very long-sleeved mantle of this crimson red colorization with some runes that are black, reaching out and almost make a very deep sigh, like it's the first time in centuries or hundreds or thousands of years. Inhales air for the first time in a very long time.
Does this seem like a ghost, or is it...
Make an Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
As it leaves the body, I take a few steps back. Just,
Uh-oh.
With your knowledge, Thalion, this is the closest thing you would say that is a ghost.
Do I think normal weapons can harm it?
You have no idea. Have you ever fought a ghost?
History check to see if I read anything about these kind of things.
You can roll either a history check or a religion check.
I'll do the religion any day, any week.
I mean, haven't I fought every sort of creature?
No.
As you're remembering a little bit from your religion, seeing this creature, it is a little bit hard to really know what it is, but it's definitely some sort of... It is a spirit. You don't know if it's a ghost. It seems abnormally large for being like a normal spirit. Usually, spirits in your book are like small dwindles of light, an orb, or some people that are very strong binding to the plane have like their original like... Well, part of their body can manifest, but it takes abnormally amount of energy because people that are still here are probably stuck and haven't found their grace with the gods yet. So if this creature is here and it's abnormally large, it is probably powerful, even in the afterlife, but it has some sort of connection still to this world.
Does it seem to have noticed us? As in recognizing that we're even there?
Yes, it stretches out and it looks around, looks at Videl, looks at Garbod, twists its head a little bit, and then, like in very unnatural, super natural speed, looks towards Blinky.
Is the book still not closable? I'm
Exactly,
like,
you just...
I'm staring at it like,
What side in the book is open since I'm standing right next to Blinky?
Reincarnation.
Oh, it's the
The
thing with the
classic.
red corpse.
Yes.
The classic "Don't read from the Book of Death" scene.
Yeah. Indeed. Since I can't
it.
close it, I'm also gonna look down and like, oh, it's him.
As you are looking, it takes a minute and Videl backs away. The sigh stops echoing around you. And the spirit just hangs there for a bit, and you can hear everybody within their mind. This very deep voice. Like, it doesn't really have a normal human voice. It's probably like the closest thing that you probably have heard, probably the closest thing, not to a demonic voice, but it's a voice that would be conjured from like the abyss. It's like trying to manifest some sort of voice, and it's just a deep bass voice. And it says, "I have awakened. I am in the presence of my savior."
I look over at Garbod.
I like nudging Blinky in the side.
Yes, of course, your savior.
May I try to hide while he's...
Oh yeah, you can hide if you want to.
We see Valiant slide behind the pillar like, nope.
Into the pile we go.
Take his cape and
Yeah.
find it.
My savior. Long I have dwelled within the scepter. Long I have dwelled in madness. But now, finally returned with body and spirit, and my book returned. I thank you.
Oh,
Don't feel fear, dread, or torment. You are not my targets. You are not a part of my redemption.
Oh, you're Marikay, I take it.
I am Marikay.
Ah, nice to meet you. Read so much about you, in your urinals and such. Didn't mean to pry, I'm sorry.
It was meant to be pried. It was meant to be studied.
It's quite fascinating. A bit morbid, maybe, but interesting.
It is just the truth, little one. The truth of body and soul. It's just a mere flesh. But enough about my studies. I sense that you are not here for my presence nor my awakening.
What makes you say that? I'm looking up at Real like, why? Why?
I see it in your eyes. I feel the presence of the Dark One within you all. I sense a holy man that hasn't struck me down yet. Your purpose is not with me. Your purpose is with the invasion.
Yeah, we're kind of lost down here, so we're kind of just trying to find a way out. And you just happen to be on the way. What a lovely coincidence for you.
And it is in the standards of my patron that I shall help such a savior. Allow me to help you guide through this maze towards your destination.
I'm looking up at Real.
And let me gift you with gifts
Men vänta här nu.
in order to celebrate my return.
The pile of rubble here. Gift! No, we don't.
I'm just gonna like casually. I mean, I'm holding the fucking scepter. I'm like, no, put it behind my back or something.
Does it vibrate?
Oh yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Is it
Well, yeah.
more violent now, or is it like...
Yeah, it does, yeah. It's like, oh hell yeah!
That's so generous of you, Mary Kay. Can I just ask, what do you mean you were inside a scepter?
I have been imprisoned there for quite some time. Hundreds of years. I was tricked by my kin, by dwarves, and a group of Eladrin elves waiting in the shadows for me. I came to the old shrine of the dwarves, seeking redemption, seeking a worthy weapon for my master. But I was in prison.
Might your master be?
Naroon.
Makes sense.
I were the right hand of Naroon.
Impressive merits.
Yes.
These halls have bound me as the Eladrin put me down here. For hundreds of years I've waited. Imprisoned in my mind and soul and the scepter and my body. Away from distant lands. Twisted by the gods of madness.
Yeah, I hate when that happened.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you plan on doing now then that you're free?
I can finally rest. I can finally return to my master.
Haven't you been resting for hundreds of years?
Imprisonment in torment is not resting.
Oh.
I have been tortured.
How are you going to rest?
I am going towards the afterlife
Oh, so
that my patron has made for me.
so you're not gonna be active in this plane?
My time in this plane is done.
Oh, well, okay.
I have spread my knowledge, and I have spread justice. I have saved this realm from my kin.
I mean,
I've seen what the old elven Imperium did towards humanity. And I had to stop it. And so I did. But I was in prison.
do you know why you were in prison?
I was too strong. I was too much of a lethal force for the enemy. And they broke me loose from my pact. I was a master of souls. I understood souls. So they had to remove my soul from this plane.
Okay.
And this was a group effort?
By the elves and by the dwarves.
I thought the elves and the dwarves didn't go that well together.
It did not. But apparently they found a common enemy
In you?
in me. And it levitates down towards the body, goes through the table, but walks on the ground and standing close towards the table. The
I'm just gonna-
dwarves feared my powers. I have asked them to create artifacts for my patron, for my master, in order to defeat the enemy during the War of Magic. But apparently the dwarves found it disturbing. And they found me and my patron the enemy of everything.
How do you want to play this?
I'm just
dear
gonna
friend?
look around the room at the black veins and be like,
So, Mr. Marikay. Um,
Please call me Marikay.
Good.
no. First
Yes.
name basis now.
I am
okay.
nor a mister nor a mistress. I am
Right.
formless.
Okay, formless Marikay. These veins, I have seen them before, and
Yes.
is this the corruption?
It is.
What is
It is
what is it?
It is. It is. And the creature looks about and. It is horrifying. It is necromancy in its vile form. Necromancy isn't evil, but it takes the roots of evil in the hands of evildoers. The mages of these halls, of this city, experimented on my body, extended the magical essence within my body, and they try to use their magical capabilities to create violence. And this, and it gestured towards the veins, is the result of it. Is the dark temptation of the necromantic powers.
Can
A
you
vial.
get rid of it?
There is. There is a place. When my soul returned, thanks to my savior, and poised toward Rill, I have studied these halls. There is a point, and underneath the city, underneath what you call the castle, it is a heart of corruption. Destroy that, and all corruption will be freed. This, my friends, is a demonic abomination twisted with necromantic power.
So we're gonna fight a demon. This is a
No.
good day. No, okay.
It is something more evil than that. A primordial. A heart of a primordial.
So this black goo is the thing that's making people go insane across
This-
the land?
He levitates towards Blinky and Rill and stands close by. This is the reason why humans, elves, dwarves, gnomes, and halflings have an ilk of heart toward one another. It influences minds. It influences in negative energies. It makes people on edge. It makes people feel nothing.
So, if we were to remove this heart of corruption, would that set these people free?
He points, or the spirit points up its fingers towards the ceiling. It will free their mind and a revolution will begin. Necromancy is powerful in the wrong hands. It can puppeteer the minds of the weak. And mortals, looks down, tends to be weak. If they fall in the hands of necromancy.
You're saying I shouldn't look in this book?
The book is yours.
Oh, thank you.
The book shall aid you in the coming battles ahead. I sense that while you have been close to a necromancer yourself, and it's not... I sense that the dark corruptions has been influencing his heart for centuries. I will help you. I will aid you in finding what you need in this maze. And I will help you with the last powers of my necromantic powers that I can. To do one bidding. My powers travel through lands. I can stop the will of the one you see as an antagonist for a time.
Stop how?
He floats down toward the corpse. I can imprison his soul within himself for a time. Bound himself and give you enough time.
I mean, that sounds swell.
I only ask for one last simple request. And he looks towards Garbod.
Oh, here it comes.
I wish the cleric to free me from my cursed bounds of this place, and pardon me for the ill treatment of the kind I have slaughtered, for all the elves that I have morbidly forsaken.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, Anarchy, please sit down.
If I only could sit, Master Priest.
Yes.
I have never speak ill of your religion, nor felt threatened by you all. We are at a common ground, and we have a common enemy.
Yes, see, just that thing doesn't let you repent. Only true grief will let you repent. And that is what I have to search through you. So if I can find true repent, that you really do regret all your sins, then you may be forgiven.
My soul is not bound by your celestial beliefs. Your gods will punish me for the deeds I have done.
No,
They
If
will.
if you want forgiveness,
I nor only seek forgiveness for my patron. I wish for your cleric to unbound me from my body and travel towards my afterlife. I can give you gifts.
oh, I don't need gifts. So the deal is,
You don't,
help
but we
us.
do.
Yeah, I can take some games.
You do not take gifts.
It
But
is
I
not
agree.
my gifts. It is gift from from this place, from the old
It sounds like
academies.
bribery to me, but hey.
Not bribery, Garbod. He's gonna help us find our way through this place.
Oh yes, that
This
sounds
is a grateful spirit.
Inside a
So-
maze.
Okay, you will have my
Underneath
word.
your temple.
No,
I can sense it.
Are
Help
we
us.
underneath his temple, spirit?
My name is Marike,
I'm sorry, I'm Mariki.
and your
Okay.
temple is exactly 10 kilometers away from this place.
Are we that deep down?
Hey,
You have
hey,
been walking down in a far right down angle.
I don't
Thank
think I
you.
like tone. Yes, you help us, I will release you from your bonds, yes.
Do I have your promise?
You do have my promise, as long as you fulfill your promise.
A question before we do anything here. Are we really sure we want to accept the part where our enemy gets bound against their will?
That's a good question.
You can have another wish if you may. My powers have limits, but I can do much. I can lock your villain down, but I can give you information.
Can you clean my fur?
I was just gonna ask.
If that is your wish.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
asking. For
I'm
a
gonna take
friend.
out the mushroom with the necromancy that we found, the fungus.
Mhm.
Do you know how to undo this?
By destroying the heart.
Ugh. So we're infected now until we do that?
You're not infected. A simple spell can remove it all. But yes,
Which one?
Use your imagination.
Oh, well, thank you. Thought since we were speaking so openly.
I am speaking openly. Your spells are differently than my.
Really.
Do we
Okay.
need to do the wish right now? Can we think of it?
How can we think of it? We need to release him.
Oh,
Now.
oh yeah, okay. We need to release him now.
Wasn't he gonna guide us first
I
where
I
we want to
will.
go?
My spirit is bound to this maze. I can show you the path, and at the very end of the path, you may choose what I can do, and you will release me.
That sounds fair, right?
Oh, Marika, is this the path to the heart?
If that is the wish you seek, I will guide you towards the heart. I can guide you wherever you need to go in this troubled times.
We all have a wish each.
I don't think he's a genie.
Three wishes.
The Marike looks towards you, looks behind you and looking at you, Thalion. My powers are limited. I only have power to receive the guidance toward you and another.
I am sorry, Thalion, but if anyone here gets a wish, it's not you.
I did not expect that.
Oh no, it should go to the savior. Hey, look over at Will.
Yes, the savior.
Are you shaking with the staff behind the scepter behind your back?
Yeah, I'm like.
These undead are foul within these walls, these tunnels. But I can make them flee for a time being. But they are not under my control. But they have been gathering relics. They have been gathering magical essence to provoke my awake and feed the beast down below.
So it will be in our mutual interest that you get us down there to slay that thing, correct?
It would be unwise. The beast is enormous. The beast has been feeding here for centuries. The wizards found it amusing and feed it with magic. It is a magical eater, what you would call them.
Charming.
It has grown to an obese size.
So
And
all
it will be released from this place when it doesn't find any more magic.
it consumes all magic energies.
It does.
So how do we defeat such a thing if we need to later?
We will have to use the utilization of magic and the mages of this city.
The very same mages that fucked it up.
Precisely.
Wonderful.
Well, first we need to find that stupid paper they wanted so badly.
But first... And it points towards different points of... they're actually pointing at 2 points of 2 places on this place. And I'm going to do it over here and over here. In these piles, you may take gifts. And your other friend has something in this pile already. A cape. A mantle of some sort.
See, someone has really already been plundering the graves.
Yeah, it's not
I didn't
fair.
know
I
it
have
was
to keep an
graves.
eye on you.
How did... I'm not even gonna bother. So, dig in, whoever wants to.
I can dig in. I'm already fungused up.
I don't really have a problem with this necromancer man, so I'll do that. Yes.
Videl, I found that treasure. Or gift.
And in the pile where Videl is, you find a ring.
Okay.
And on that ring, there is this bluish, it is a bluish like sapphire, and on the middle of it, it's like white gold of a lightning on it. And in the one the Blinky found, you find a, let's see, how would I describe it?
An empty bottle.
No, it's
An old
quite,
hamburger.
it is quite large, actually. So Blinky probably needs some help to pull it out.
Ah.
From the pile, you find a very like, it is very filthy. It is a lot of like filth, not the brown stuff, but a lot of like filthy like rubbish and a lot of like things that have been dropped on it. But you find a crimson red carpet that is 30 feet wide.
Is it
30
flying?
feet?
30 feet.
We have a carpet, people, for our home.
Do you need help?
Large carpet.
I help blink it.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
please.
Yeah, it's
These are your gifts for helping me, releasing me from my prison, from my torment. A gratitude and a reassuring that I will help you find your path.
I don't feel good taking things from him. I'm the only
I
one.
thank you kindly.
I
Okay.
kind
Clearly, you're the only one.
Mary Kay, what do these items do?
The creature levitates towards you.
As I'm trying to pull the carpet out of the junk.
It is magical items of great proportion. Please, little one,
Mm?
extend your hand.
Okay.
He extends his hand, and it goes through your hand, and you feel a very numb coldness to it, almost like you are shaking hand with death. Just, and all of a sudden, you feel your whole being is surged by magical power. And you feel that you can use Identify free for
Oh.
cost free.
Fuck yeah. Give me the cape. Give me the cape, goddamn.
I hand over the cape.
Mm-hmm.
And I hand over the ring.
It's a shame we can't bring you with us. That would be so handy. Literally handy. Yes. Oh, you got it.
MK, identify.
Give me your power. Spiritual genie.
See, there's something wrong with my D&D Beyond.
So is this the M and we're the arcade, or?
Oh, for sure.
No.
Let's keep this guy in the scepter. We could use him.
I have heard the people of your days usually say this. Thank you, dog.
Yeah,
Bad DM.
Respect, Mom.
Bad DM.
No.
Do you well, it turned out to not to be a hostile environment, so I'm gonna change music.
I should have attempted.
This is weird.
That hostile one.
This is very weird because this is the first situation with a spiritual thing or something that isn't as close to
Hostile.
us that didn't attack us or we attacked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it helps you.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had still been hiding and you pulled the rug and plop, I pop out. Oh.
Do you use identify on the cape?
Can I only do it on one?
No,
Or all of
you can do them all 3 of them. But which one do you want to know first?
I want to know the cape.
Okay.
Because I want to know if it's.
This one is called the Cape of the Montebuck.
It is that one.
This one has the cape smells of faint of brimstone. While you're wearing it, you can use it to cast Dimension Door spell as an action. This property of the cape cannot be used again until the next dawn.
Nice.
When you disappear, you leave behind a cloud of smoke, and you appear in a similar cloud smoke on your destination.
And the destination must be a place that you have seen.
Yes. Or that you can imagine that you've been.
Okay.
Anywhere.
So technically, you can Dimension Door into the ground if you can imagine the ground, but then you will be stuck in the ground.
Please imagine that you get stuck in the ground.
For a day.
How about a year or two?
And yeah, that is the cape. It is a wondrous item. It's rare, and it doesn't require attunement.
Oof.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
It
Now
was
that is
called
amazing.
the Cape of the Mountain Bike.
Yes.
Mountain
sure.
bike.
Mountain back.
summons a
Mountain
mountain
bike.
bike.
Well,
What?
I don't know
I'm
who's...
walking up next to Garbod. I'm like, I think you should have that cape. I don't think red would look good on Thalion.
Oh yeah, you know I'm all about fashion, so
I think we should vote a little more about this.
Oh, you think you have a vote? That's cute.
I found it. Let's investigate the other.
No, you looted a grave before you were invited to actually search
It's
it.
a pile of things.
I'm also with the whole finders keepers thing, but no, let's discuss it later. But you take it right now, Fallon, since you found it.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
item do you know? Do not the ring?
Carpet.
The carpet. So this is a carpet of fashion. It's no. No, this is a carpet of flying.
oh no, fashion, please.
You can speak the carpet's commanding word as an action to keep the carpet hovering and flying. It moves according to the spoken direction, and provide that you are 30 feet of it. I did said it wrong also, because it's not 30 feet big. It is enough for you all to stand on it. It is like 5. It is 5 feet multiplied by 7 feet. It's a big.
Is it
is
a
big
grower? Does it grow the more people that steps on it?
No,
It's not a show, it's a grower.
no.
I thought it was magical.
But it can fly 40 feet, like shoo, in a way.
Ooh. Who takes the carpet? Garbod,
Maybe
Mr.
down in
friend.
maybe in the sack of.
We could
I
decide
don't
this
think
later.
it fits.
It could fit if we
It
do
weighs-
it
Yeah, we
on
could
that way.
we could roll
Just
it
so
together.
everybody knows, it weighs 600 pounds.
Ooh.
And that is
What?
translated into 272 kilos.
So
Wait,
if you roll it up,
The
How
carpet
about you just ask the carpet to follow you?
Yeah,
Or-
but yes.
Or
also,
roll it
a
up.
good
then.
bonus for you guys, this carpet has never been used before.
Mm.
So you get to choose the commanding word for it.
Up and away.
Yip yip.
Yep, yep.
La, 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 la.
no.
La,
If
la, la,
that's
la,
the
la.
word, then every time Garrow throws his hammer, it's gonna go up.
Yes. We need to throw the hammer to be lazy and it's to fly. And
But
it
that is
follows
a-
the hammer, so the Garbo needs to throw the hammer each time.
Månkraft, förflytta dig!
And the last item you found is a ring of lightning resistance.
Oh.
The one flying the carpet should have that.
Yes.
Do you need to?
But this ring, you need to attune to,
Ah.
not the carpet.
Anyone want a ring?
But
Ah,
these
cool.
are gifts for you to promise my freedom.
So my word isn't enough? I'm getting disappointed here.
Garbod, take it easy. He's on our side.
Oh, it's,
Thank you, Maricade. It's very nice.
It is
Yes.
my eternal gratitude.
Could you explain to us what would happen when you are released from this plane?
I will leave the chains of my bounding grounds and I will return to my patrons. I will return to the ethereal plane.
Will you
Where I
explode? Will stuff explode?
I do not know. I have been fantasizing for this very moment for hundreds of years.
I'm gonna look towards Thalion. Thalion, maybe you can ask him about your brother. Huh? This is a perfect person.
Yes.
Yeah. Mary Kay,
Yes.
my brother seemed to be undead, but still communicating and having some intelligence.
Yes.
More than you, it seems.
It is the very...
Mary Kay, could you strike real down in fury and anger?
I
That
would
is
not
my wish.
strike down my savior.
Uh,
But yes, if that is the ill power of this corrupted nature of necromancy, it can be cured.
it can be cured.
Yes.
How?
Sorry, Thalion's stupidity or his brother?
Both.
Clearly the brother.
Oh, we can cure
Sense
his-
hostility right now.
There are several things to get rid of this corruption. One is to get rid of the source of the corruption. The other is to bathe them in holy water.
I have holy water.
Not from a cleric,
Oh,
from a natural place of the world. There are some streams in this world that runs with the veins from the blood from the gods. There is one in the far north of this region, of this realm, not here in Galgoreth, but in the realm known as Amora.
Thank you.
And what stream is that?
It is a specific place. You humans call it the Shallow Pond.
Oh.
It is there that one of the divine was struck during the calamity and created this magical waters that runs down the Iron River.
So it's safe for us to bathe in Shallow Pond.
Yes, but tread lightly. The water has magical bounding capabilities, making people that live there seem supernatural. Bounding them into becoming supernatural, ethereal creatures. if they are close by with the elven blood.
So if we bathe there, we get rid of the fungus?
You could just use a
And
spell for that.
You can
No, I'm
use
just generally asking, like, if that
you
would
can
work.
use your brother to bathe him there, in order to get him cleansed by this profound and horrifying corruption of necromancy.
Would that kill him? Or
If treated rightly and he is not dead, he will be saved.
And if he's fine as he is?
He will be saved.
Nice.
This is great news.
you wanted to kill him, you see? See, this is why we... Wait!
But also, killing the individual will also save, but only their soul, before they are corrupted.
How long does it take before one is unsavable?
It depends on whom have cast this spell.
I mean, some are just born unsavable like you.
As usual.
/ ignore.
Just slides off a dock right now.
There are a demon that is known to seek the minds of necromancers. A demon lord as Seclude. The demon lord of infestation. It preys upon infectious energies of the necromantic prism of magic. And necromancy has a tendency to tap into the life manipulation. And it can be negative energy. This is how the veins and the fungi spreads.
I see. Beneath which castle was this heart we must destroy?
Beneath this castle and this city,
Ah, I see.
Not
it
the
is beneath
brightest.
what you call the Ravenhold Castle. But it's in the catacombs of this mountain this castle was built upon. Was the ritual grounds for the enemy of the divine.
Mary Kay?
Yes.
We have seen individuals with black veins in their eyes.
Yes.
If these individuals were to bathe in this shallow pond, would they also be saved?
Yes. The black veins indicate that they have been succumbed by the corruptive nature of the demon.
So there is a cure to this, even though some would claim it uncurable and simply slay the beings that they find with this.
Only the knowledge of necromancers knows this knowledge.
Would you
And
say
yet-
that someone that studied your book for quite a long time should know such a thing?
Yes.
Someone named Moonstone.
Moonstone was a promising prodigy of my time. He tampered with the life essence of the book and got himself cursed. His being was closed by natural powers and turned him into a beast. But remaining intelligence,
You're saying he's also
He
changed,
is not corrupted,
but
he
he
is
is.
corrupted by his own greed.
But he should have known about that this corruption has a cure.
It does, and he
And
shall know it.
I knew it.
Which
I didn't like that fucking bear.
I don't know either. That means he didn't really have a reason to slaughter that entire village of goblins, now did it?
He didn't even from the beginning.
No.
His reasons was shit.
I know, I just confirmed it.
Another thing, if you find a necromancer, they could also help to endure the infestation, not to spread any longer. They have the powers to remain their life essence intact and not succumb to the demonic influences.
How does one get infected?
As demons usually do, by oppression. The several stages of demonic infestation. And he gestured towards Garbod, as your cleric would be well versed about.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Confident.
gonna look towards Valian.
So, if someone per se froze up black tar, is that like a sign of starting to be corrupted by a demon?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But I sense with my remaining powers that you all have been infected.
Oh, that's lovely.
More than others has been affected by demonic essence.
Wait, what? Me too?
I am speaking towards you as well, cleric. But I sense that it will be more than just a conversation to understand what you have succumbed to.
Wait, what? No. You're kidding, right?
I would never lie to those who have saved me.
Oh, thank you.
If this is thy wish, I can show you what you are becoming.
Oof. Well, yes.
Let's have that as a surprise.
I just need to open the door because there's a dog that refuses to shut up.
He wants also the gifts of Marike. Woof woof, motherfuckers.
There, he's happy now, I think. Lie down and sleep.
Hellhound!
Yeah, he was just standing by the door and just didn't shut up. So, carry on.
Are we all turning into this? Or is
No.
it just our cleric
But
boy?
several of you have been influenced by demonic essence.
A question.
Which ones?
If you would consume this moss, does that...
Yes.
What happens to your body then?
That's very inspecific.
I do not
mean,
understand of what moss you are speaking.
Stop interfering, Rill! We
But
found
try to use better words then.
some magic moss. Do you guys know what it was?
I do not
That is
understand.
also
Riot
extremely inspecific.
There are several vegetation hailing from other places.
How would I describe it then?
It's dryad blood, Valian. We already know what it is.
It is dangerous.
Yeah.
It has a binding connection towards demonic essence. As it twists, as it turns, and it makes demonic essence a being of living. It will enhance and even speed the corrupting effect even further.
We are so cursed.
Does it
So you're
taste good?
saying
One
that
should not eat even a straw of this moss.
Is it what?
Looking towards Rill and be dead, like, oh my god.
Oh, not worth one
So,
here.
another question about the moss.
Be more specific.
Would it taste good?
I sense there's a tension between the members of your group,
You don't say.
and the time is of the essence.
We should
You
go
don't
take a
say.
bath.
Shh.
I have never tasted this moss, nor will I do it. It is... These creatures hail from the planes of life. Trickery and deceit. Life can be playful but dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yeah, we.
These are fey creatures.
So, just out of curiosity, if one would have consumed a lot of it,
It glides down towards you. You better seek help.
I'm gonna go for help.
that is extremely inspecific, but
I
okay.
have theories of what would have happened.
I mean,
if
first
you're
I lost
not-
my sight, and then I got glowing eyes, and
If you do not have corruption within you, it will grow into a... And he stops a bit and looks behind. It will go and grow to become a new triumph within you. It will take several months, but it will grow. And it will eventually come out.
are you telling me I have a chest burster inside me?
I do not know what a chest burster is, but it sounds...
Do you tell
what
me
it-
I have a tiny dryad that's gonna go?
If you have sensed that you have become more susceptible for negative energy and feel that you have been drained, this is how the dryad feeds. It takes
I only
the
thought
life
that was
essence.
Thalion's fault.
You're not right.
I mean, if someone is draining my energy and causing me to be negative, it's him.
Sense a lot of negativity in the whole group, so maybe we all are infected by this. Am I infected by this?
How
This is surely the darkness I have sensed within me.
Did you
You're
eat the
corrupt.
moss?
You're like a demon corruption thingy.
Did you eat the moss,
born
Valiant?
corrupt?
No, but I've been with you guys and experienced a lot of other things.
Yeah, because we are the one who caused you to be bad.
Yeah, why are you the one that threw up black tar and not the rest?
Was I
It is
awake?
it is very known that elves are more succumb to this influence.
Oh,
Was
There's
I,
hence I have become what I am.
was I awake when I threw up this?
Oh yes. It was when you and Garbod made the ceremony.
Yeah, but didn't you throw up? Didn't I cleanse you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
maybe you made it so it didn't. So it took longer. Like you prevented it from spreading.
Ah, prolong a bit.
Prolong my suffering.
Or
He has
or
prevented you.
Garbod made it spread even faster.
No.
Some magical powers, holy powers from the clergy of this world, can extend and take away the effect for some time. But I fear that your friend is becoming a Madriai, like I became.
What is that?
A dark elf.
Oh,
I myself was an Eladrin of the older times, and I change allegiance and follow my patron. But I became a Madriai at the very end.
Can we stop Fabian from becoming a dark elf?
Yes.
If we bathe in the pond?
By bathing in the pond. Or destroying the source of its corruption.
Do we need to drink from the pond?
You do as you wish.
It's not. Yeah, I'm gonna drink from it.
If you take water from the pond and then continuously throw it at people you meet, will they be cleansed or do they need to be
It would
entirely
be-
submerged in the pond?
It would be worth experimenting upon.
I will take that into my considerations.
Yes. Maybe fill some water skins.
Take water from pond.
That
Thank
is
you.
a long way to travel. And
We
I
have
wish you a
means
safe
to-
travel.
Thank you. We have means to travel pretty fast nowadays, so that's nice.
Oh yes, we do.
No journey too far.
So the water will also get rid of the potential growing fey creature inside my chest?
No. It will enhance it even worse.
Is this moon water?
This is good to know.
This it would you call as moon water.
Oh, that
Well-
you were not so Videl
Don't
Real.
drink the water, okay.
and me, I can't go in the. God damn it. Oh. Well,
But one could find a person that is versed in the fey creature's realm.
Have
There
we
are
thought
some
we knew
creatures.
someone?
It stops and you're just staring at you.
would a hag be able to help with?
Indeed they would.
Oh, wonderful! We're gonna.
Though
Maybe-
I would never recommend it.
Yeah.
No, nobody does, but nobody recommends
I-
necromancy either. So you know you're not. Maybe the.
And he levitates a bit and goes like, I spoke with some of their order in order to make them to spread and understand the nature of their life magic. I taught one of them necromancy.
Greta.
That was her name. In her mortal name. I taught her the ways of necromancy, which spread like a parasite among them. For that, I apologize.
Okay.
So,
So,
should we
Yes.
move? We can talk while we walk, I guess, instead of standing
If
here.
that is what you wish.
yes, let's make our way through this maze.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we making our way?
Are we getting the book?
The book, and then we should get the mages, and then we should kill the beast, and then we should.
Was the beast guarding that heart?
No.
Beast has
Beast
the
is,
heart.
yeah,
You're making this too easy, Thalion.
beast is the heart.
I would not
Oh.
say that destroying the heart of the primordial would be easy. It has corrupted minions, corpses, and others serving under it. I would assume that one of Zaklud's own minions would be there, ready to withhold and maintain the corruption. I would say with a recommendation that save thy city first
Yeah.
in order to save thy people.
Yeah, that seems like an excellent order of doing things.
Not that you are not strong, savior.
Is there a possibility you could give us a map of this place, since we can't really have you around forever?
I do not possess such a map, but I know a place where you can obtain one of these maps.
That is also.
It resides at a person that is calling herself Alexandra. But in your names, she's referred as Darkness.
Yeah, she wasn't really that helpful one before, but maybe we can persuade her.
You wouldn't be able to maybe get a little halfling out of a gelatinous cube? Just that's an extra
No.
bonus for.
I fear that whom has succumbed to that creature is already perished.
Oh no!
Figured.
Anyway.
Garbod, he has a brother. He's gonna be so sad.
Oh yes.
Don't remind me.
Interesting.
Isn't the shade already
A
dead? He can be
cleric.
sad.
A cleric that spits on the act of life. How fallen you have fallen from your order, cleric.
I'm not a cleric of life, I'm a cleric of war. I'm sorry.
And yet you wearing the anvil of protection on your shield.
Yes, I know, but I didn't say I'm not going to save him, I just said, oh no. If I get the chance, I will save him.
As a necromancer, I understand the value of life and death.
Mm-hmm.
And you do not, nor I, have the power to wish death upon another creature. I will pity your mind and fall into this pit of darkness.
Ah, yes.
I see my old patron's mind in you, falling into darkness, as her own will of light and redemption fall into revenge and sacrifice.
Revenge.
War is not meant to kill. War is meant to protect.
Well, you should see the temples
I
of
think
his
you're
god.
wrong there. But I'll let you go for that.
I do not fear you, cleric.
No, you have nothing to fear.
I
I'm not
just
hostile
wish to
towards you.
speak you about the truth of life and death.
Yes.
So should we start moving
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we
This
should.
this way?
Otherwise, we're gonna talk ourselves into a literal corner.
The spirit reaches out his arms. Where do I wish to travel?
Fetch the stupid paper, right?
Yeah, the tome.
Yeah.
We want to get to the catacombs underneath the temple
And
of
thy
his
wish,
order.
thy wish is my path. And it flies into. It goes towards this right path.
I follow.
What were we using for the carpet? Because I guess we can't roll it up and get it into a bag of holding, can we?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Well, then we just shove it in there.
I'm just gonna see Blinky standing there rolling it, and then
It's like
Jumping on it.
You know one of these
Hold me
Turkish.
then.
you know one of these like Turkish or like those types of mat. It is that big
Yeah.
and it's that very heavy. So Blinky, you cannot yourself pull it into the bag. You need
I'm
somebody help.
just holding the bag and like,
Yeah,
Videl,
Blakey.
shove!
If you're holding the bag, I'm shoving. I'm shoving. It's like when you out camping.
Yes.
You kinda,
With your back.
yeah, packing your tent or with a sleeping bag when you're rolling up.
This will never fit. Oh, it fits.
I'm just imagining someone from the outside hearing this conversation. Videl, shove!
No.
Order! From the side! A bit to the left! Yeah, that's right.
Shoving as hard as I can.
Wiggle it a bit.
It's
No,
going in.
Don't clip that shit, okay?
Ricky, if you turn it a bit and try to widen the hole
Wait,
a little
I help
bit.
you.
I can roll up
It's getting too tight.
this.
Oh my god, Kalle, no.
God, come here and help me.
It's almost in there, Vidal. Just a bit more.
I've widened holes like this before.
Oh god, damn it.
Okay, it's inside.
Let's move.
Eureka!
Oh yes, you're inside now. I can see
What
it.
my life has become.
Is the scepter still vibrating?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can we use the vibrating scepter to ease it inside?
Oh, you mean I should shove it into the carpet to make it like vibrate?
I have to open my door 1 second.
That sounds ominous a little bit. I have to open my door.
It's more dog invasions.
Well, or I need to roll up my carpet.
Be right back.
Gotta roll up a whole carpet, you know?
Morike takes you through tunnels, cavernous openings, and as you are walking, you can hear like multiple like dragging footsteps that are pushing away from you. And as you're getting close by, you start to see like this opening, like almost like this room that you entered before. It opens up and widens out into several split sections, and you can see there are numerous of these walking like corpses that are standing huddling together in one of the pipelines, and you can see there are enormous fungi growing out from them, and they are like standing like twitching over the sides, and they're not growing on top of their heads, they are growing from like the shoulders and outward and down towards their stomach and outward from their stomach.
Anyone played The Last of Us?
Yeah,
It is not.
curse.
They do not do clicking sounds or do have anything on their eyes. They just have all over their body, and their sound like, you know, the classical like zombie like like moanings.
Brains.
Where are we?
We're walking and talking.
Okay.
And it takes some time as the spirit stops. And this very huge chamber that is like very circular, and it's the stop, and it's the very like edge of a wall. And on the left side of the wall, you can see there's a huge vault that could be opened up.
I mean, I'm gonna walk close to that flying thing.
We have reached the destination.
How lovely.
Do you sense if there's someone on the other side? Perhaps?
There are.
How many
And there's a conflict brewing inside.
is it now?
Clerics and Inquisition of Magi?
I do not distinguish energies.
Are they alive or are they dead?
They believe to be alive. For
Believe.
now.
How many?
There are several of them.
Several.
40.
40?
Several? That's a lot.
That is several in my days. I commanded legions of undead in my time.
Very cold.
I find your presence feeling obscene, my dear cleric.
Yes, that's a dance we do back home. It's a cultural thing.
I am well versed in your culture.
You are? Nice.
I do. Some of my friends are half orcs. I would say they were friends.
Yes. So,
What is thy wish?
still have a list of questions.
How are we supposed to get in there and steal this thing if there's like 40 people in there? Should I do it?
I mean,
Yes.
don't we have one who's one with the shadows?
Indeed we do.
True, but is he good at stealing? Are you, Falion? I haven't seen that.
Well, I did
I
some,
mean, what's the loss if he gets caught?
some quick training at the previous city, but
See, he's ready.
I mean, you could take this red cloak and maybe teleport in there.
Yeah, let's teleport inside in a poof smoke cloud.
Yeah,
Discreet.
inside a room with mage haters.
Couldn't just Thalion carry Blinky? And
I-
Thalion stealth
Wait a minute.
around and Blinky
might have-
steals.
I might have an idea.
I grow tired of your mortals dwindling of problems and scabbardry.
We've
Your
been waiting 100
problem.
years. It's like just a little moment left.
I grow tired of your gambling with each other's life in jokes and sarcasm.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta live, Lil.
And we're all tired of that.
Well,
That is not a joke I appreciate, Clem.
Then I'm sorry.
should we let this spirit go, or do we have any more?
We have a
I mean,
wish.
I wanted to walk and talk, so... And also, we didn't get a wish.
Continue asking then.
I mean, in that case...
While you're asking, does anyone have a... Wait a minute. Where did it... Wait. Go on. Where the fuck?
Marike, do you have any knowledge of an entity that resides within a mirror and calls themselves Vithra?
I know of this creature known as Vithra, but I do know there's not this creature that has been lingering for this mirror that you speak of. I know of this mirror, and I know of the entity resides within it.
Does this entity have a name?
It does. He looks up into the vicinity and looks like he's almost like scanning the room a little bit. Just almost like that he's scanning into the walls, trying to like understand what is happening. And I heard somebody made a roll or something.
I'm talking with others
Oh,
while she's
okay.
talking to the spirit.
Okay. I know of this creature. It is an entity, a demonic entity, known as Ergal,
Demonic, you say?
the demon lord of change.
Yeah, you see, you can't trust anyone.
That does make sense, though. I assume they would be something a bit more than a demon, but perhaps a demon is plenty.
I myself seeked out this mirror known as the Vashnikari,
Yes.
but I only found my demise.
And you said we could gain a wish?
Yes,
You offered something in lines with delaying our...
I sense that thee has problem with another necromancer.
We do, though
A gift that is not given to him.
as much as I...
course.
Yes?
Thy wish is what you wish.
As much as I, in theory, like this idea of delaying him, I did not like the wording of keeping him trapped within himself. I do not wish to trap someone or force them into something or take away their will.
This. What do thy wish for his imprisonment? Or do you have another wish?
Yes. You see this shaking thing that you were trapped within?
It doesn't really shake anymore when you lift it
Okay.
up.
Okay, this thing?
The Dark Scepter.
Yes.
My imprisonment.
It is come to my understanding that it wasn't always corrupted.
It
Is-
looks like not very understanding a little bit.
It changed form in its lifetime, so to say, and became more dark and twisted. I'm just wondering,
There you have it. Yeah.
sorry, I just need to clean my head a bit. I'm just wondering if there's a way to cleanse it.
If I don't understand, only in the place where it was constructed could one try to make it uncorruptive.
Then to rephrase my question, is there a way to cleanse me from it?
I do not know. Maybe seek out another who preys upon the dark being within the scepter. The questions you seek, I do not know. Yet only know that he has been my torment. My jailer.
Yeah, I can't even try to begin to imagine how horrifying that must have been, having dealt with him only for a few days.
And I have dwelled with him with centuries. Decades and centuries.
Do you know what he wants? Except for open every door and spread chaos.
He looks at you, but almost like this, like looking through you, and almost like a very like hypnotic way. The truth.
Yeah. God damn it.
He wants to open the doors of everybody.
I mean, I don't.
What does he want with our little group? Would you think? Since you have been with him so long. Insight?
I do not know.
I think that
And
would be easier to ask him.
do not know whom you are.
He didn't mention us.
Yeah.
What?
That's really that's no, not okay.
Well,
Did we ask him about Vita?
I guess.
I'm looking to Falion. It's your cousin.
You look about and you can see that he is tissy-tassling talking to like Videl and others.
Excuse me, what?
Should we ask Mary Kay about Vika?
Yes.
Is that okay? Yeah. There's a A girl that's a child from a mirror. Do you
A
know
changeling.
Yes.
Interesting.
And this necromancer that you feel we have encountered, he wants her for some ritual and the Dark Scepter, but we don't know for what. Would you perhaps have an idea of what he might be planning to do with her?
I mean, we know he needs a phylactery
Yes.
to move his master's soul, though we're not
He
sure.
needs. If this is the ritual you are speaking of, he points towards the book, and the book levitates up, and it shows the passageway of lichdom.
Oh, it is that fun chapter.
He needs a phylactery, but the body is not a phylactery. A changeling is a being from another world, a being of magic. Oh, yet the soul of these beings are enough power to harness the power to store into a phylactery. He will use, or they will use the power as her will be the sacrifice towards his new commonly goals.
Why does it have to be her?
It doesn't have to be anybody. It needs to be enough power to store and make it a phylactery. Yet a child of the mirror is enough.
One would think he would have a lot of children of the mirrors, but
It does,
seems-
doesn't it?
Several as beings in this plane has the gifts of magic. You, pointing at Videl, pointing at Garbod, and you are gifted with magic. Some of changelings are gifted with more than just magic. There are different types of changelings. I would assume that this being, this Vika, is a morphling.
That is.
What does that mean?
A morphling can take the shape of any creature that she desires, even those of an elder god. Yet she seems to be of a lesser aged morphling.
that would be correct.
And I would believe that she doesn't really know whom she is.
Have we gathered that much?
But enough with a morphling at his hand. The powers will be unlimited.
Would you say it would be a bad thing if this Vika was at your captor's disposal right now?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
I would recommend you to retrieve her back towards the Vashnikari.
Sorry, my throat, yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, we offered you to be a babysitter.
But Ergal is a powerful demonic being. It will be most unwise to give her to the mirror at this instance, even though that his centuries has not released him from his imprisonment. Or they, I would say.
So, if I catch this correctly, they want to take Ergal, which is in the mirror, shove him into this morphling, and release him upon the world?
It would seem to be so, yes.
lovely. I mean, that would bring change if you are a demon lord of change.
Inside a changeling, morphling body.
Grand. Doesn't this sound lovely, Thalion? You thought this
Uh.
sounded like a good idea.
Uh,
The seeds of a demonic being, it could be.
So
But
they need a
don't.
scepter then to
They
transfer
need
the
a
soul.
scepter to transfer your antagonist soul to become a lich.
I see.
But they need the body of her soul to endure his survival and to give Ergal his release from his imprisonment.
There's a lot of information tonight that I don't like, but it's good. You're very
So-
kind to tell us all of this. Thank you, Merrick.
I can
Yes.
speak of other information. Is that is thy wish?
Is there anything specific?
I sense that you are beings of questions.
some more than others.
I have the gift to reach beyond the veils.
Is there anything about that dark bastion, frost bastion, or something we need to know?
If that is thy question.
No. To the group. To the group.
I don't know.
I mean, what? Either we
Maybe
could.
the forest. I don't know anymore.
Either we ask for Leon to be delayed in a less morbid way than shoving him in somewhere where he can't move. I don't know.
Shoving mentioning today.
Mm-hmm.
Or we ask for more questions. A part of me feel like it's a good idea to delay Leon, though I am not quite so comfortable with the thought of imprisonment in some. I don't know.
No,
I
that's
don't even
what
know
he
why
would
I'm.
do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't really want to.
I could take his necromantic powers away for a
His-
time being.
His mind control power thingies.
That is his. I do not know of these powers you talk of.
He has this way of controlling one's mind without you being able to do anything.
It might also be the fact
You know
that
the
they're
face.
undead.
He doesn't say it, but you know the face of the spirit does this wide up and goes like. It's the face of what the fuck. Like, it doesn't say it, but it's like, like intriguing.
I don't want to leave this plane now.
I'm
I wanna
intrigued. Tell me
stay.
more.
I need to possess this being.
Where is he?
I mean, I feel like if all of these changelings that he has around him are. Well, we know at least that one has been resurrected.
I could
And-
release this being's torment from the grasp.
Would that kill them?
No. But it's enough to take away the necromantic powers.
How about we just let him be without his necromantic ability for a little while? Let him sweat a bit.
How about the one that died? Maybe we can get him back, and then he would help us.
Oh. I am open for suggestions. Just.
Time is on the essence.
Yeah.
He floats backward and I will wait for your answer. Floats back.
Should we grab a list, gang, and just write our options down, and then vote?
Suggestions? Anyone?
Resurrect Bat Changeling guy for whatever reason.
Yeah, count the options.
Take away Leon's necromancy ability for a short period of time. Hopefully, this would be enough time for those he potentially mind control to leave.
sounds very good.
Or we could ask for answers, like regarding the forest to keep growing, or has the stupid Black Mountain, or
But isn't Leon controlling the forest, kind of?
we do not know for sure how it
But
is.
we would guess it's necromancy, right?
It is hard to tell because the information we have had is that it could also be made by the elven thing that we found underneath Garbod's
Yeah.
temple
Mm.
that was accelerating
Yeah.
things.
And Moonstone said that it's because some adventurer were there 25 years ago and did
And
a
that the
deal with
heart,
Faye and
yeah, and the heart is already gone.
Yeah.
And Leon mentioned that he was pleased the forest was growing, but he didn't sound like he was actually controlling it to grow.
No,
he
that's
was more
right.
pleased because it will destroy towns and wreak
Yeah, it's
havoc.
more like, I don't mind that it's growing.
Mhm.
This is just fun time for me.
Yes,
Maybe
cleansing
the
such.
coven is responsible for that.
That was also an option.
Yeah,
Akka even said that maybe her sisters were,
yeah,
but
yeah.
she didn't know.
Yep, that is also one of the spider threads we have.
Yeah.
How about we just take away his necromancy for a time period and see what
Yeah.
happens?
Sure.
Yes.
And
And
maybe that's the best. Then we slow him down at least. Plus, it's
Maybe
just a
then we
fun
would have-
fact that we can just, if we meet him again, we can say, "Yeah, we did that, Leon. It's because of us that this happened."
And
Or
he-
actually,
Yes,
How
I should-
to
yes.
not
I have a different proposition.
You do.
okay?
What if he imbued some of his powers into one of us? Instead of taking power from Leon, giving it to us instead.
You mean transfer Leon's powers to us?
Or his own.
Is
Is
that
that
an option?
possible?
I don't know.
Ask him.
He can take away power, why shouldn't he be able to give it?
But
You
what
want
we're
mind control powers, Fidel? Studying
Necromancy.
his face like,
Well, maybe you don't need the necromancy book to perform some rituals.
Would we want to do that?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
even I like the idea, but I also think that Blinky with time could learn herself. And to
Yes.
slow Leon down would give us time to actually collect ourselves. Maybe have some breathing space to reach out to places we've currently been avoiding.
But wouldn't removing his necromancy power just slow him a wee little bit? If we want a
Maybe.
breather, maybe we should just make him sleep for a while.
Kill him?
I don't think he can kill him, but he could.
If he's been corrupted by this corruption, then I feel like maybe if we take that away, maybe he will not
Garbod,
become a good person, but have potential to change.
Garbod, this is your area of change and like cleansing.
Judgment.
And all of that. How do you deem would be the best way to do this?
I mean, I'd say we buy time. I don't think Liam wants to be saved, and that makes it hard for me to save him. I don't think it would be possible to save him.
So you're saying that the vision you had might be to save him and not kill him then?
Right.
No, I'd say the vision is my purpose is to kill him.
You're sure?
That's why I
That's-
came back. That's why I was sent back.
Mary Kay, can I,
Yes.
before we ask you for this favor, can I just ask one thing? Or is that the favor?
It depends on the question.
My cleric friend here was murdered by Leon.
I do know that.
Do you know perhaps why he came back? Is it because of necromancy or is it something else?
That is for a question.
Oh,
A
it is.
wishful question.
Ah, yes.
You're a
I'm not-
zombie, Garbod.
I'm not so sure about that, but I'm not so sure. I don't want to spit on your. It might as well be Kaladorf. It might be, but
Y-
like, yeah, there's so many demons around us too. You might worry a bit.
Garbod, do you hunger for brains?
Yes. No, I don't.
It is as I feared.
Oh, you can't take jokes.
No matter who resurrected Garbod, I still trust him.
Yeah, I do too. I just kind of want to know if a demon brought him back. Maybe it's for a purpose that we don't know, and it would be good to know at least. Yeah, it was this demon, and then we have that in our back of our head. I'm still gonna be like, oh, thank you, demon, for bringing back my friend. But what's
Go
the
fuck
catch?
yourself.
More like,
So-
what's the catch?
Yeah, so, okay. Delaying
I've-
Leon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how much do we want to delay him?
I don't know
As
if
long
we
as
can.
possible.
Yeah, I don't think we can ask for a time frame. I think we more can ask for.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference between removing his powers and still letting him be awake, walking around
The
doing...
thing is, if we were to put him to sleep, as you suggested,
He can be not put to sleep.
Oh,
because
okay.
he's an elf, you
He
know.
is of my elven kind. And
I was getting.
the Madriai, as he is very resistant against magical powers that endure sleep
Oh,
and weaknesses. Hence, that is the power of my kin.
Usually the power of your kin. I mean, Thalion here gets possessed all the time.
Yeah, very, very.
I
often.
know.
But I don't sleep.
maybe you should be a Dark Elf Thalion.
Well, apparently I'm becoming one.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
becoming Leon.
Oh,
Thalion.
hey.
Ah!
Yeah.
Well, can we come to a decision
Yeah.
soon before
Yeah.
my
Okay. Yes.
feet
Remove his powers
draws
then.
root?
Always the stress.
Yes.
What do you
Yeah,
stress
like when you
about?
shoot people.
Aren't we gonna storm a castle? So maybe we should. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, wasn't the time of the essence?
It's been like 2.5 minutes since we killed that beast, but okay.
More like a half an. It's more like a half
Yeah.
an hour now.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, I would say that we're probably closer to like 2 hours. At
You
this
know.
point. Either way, okay.
So
Okay, we
delay-
agree. I vote for delay, Leon.
Yes.
Delay Leon.
Yes.
Yeah.
As in removing his powers.
Yes.
Yes.
How long is it possible?
Markil looks up. As long as my powers last.
That doesn't help. Ah,
He
how long?
he reaches out and go like, your wish? Is this your final wish?
Yes.
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 Then unbound me, cleric, so I will extend my last power to weaken thy foe.
For 2 minutes.
Or not. It's like, psych, bitches, I'm leaving.
Why?
This is the end of your world.
Yeah. Peace out.
Has anyone
Peace
kept track
out,
on how we've been
bitches.
walking so we can get out of here again?
Leon, my
Yeah.
master, I'm coming.
I've been
Yeah.
scorch
100%.
marking the way.
Yeah, right. It
All
is.
right, yeah, Scorch Marcus.
He's doing the lipstick labyrinth thing.
Yes.
Yes, well, I begin to talking.
Ale, could you move your mic a little bit?
Is that better?
Uh-huh.
I guess I begin to speak in tongues and stuff like that. I reach out to my medallion and start praying.
All right. Do you release him? Or
Yes.
do you seal
No.
him? Or
No, I made a promise to release him. I'm gonna keep that
Okay.
promise.
Can I do an insight check on Garbod's?
sure, on his babbling.
Yes, on his babbling.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
You don't trust me?
I trust you, but not your faith.
With a 19, right?
Yep.
You look at him and you believe that Garbod is sincere and he is really trying his best to release the spirit from his captivity. And for a few moments go by, and for the longest of times, it doesn't really happen anything. But at the very end that Garbod closes his book, the spirit looks up at the ceiling as this very weird purplish light emanates from the ceiling and from the edges from the walls. And you can see from his arms this celestial chain just breaks. And the creature reaches up its finger, so you can see almost like a Palpatine type of like lightning just shoots out into the sky. And this very haunting screech reaches up into the sky. And for lasting almost like, you feel like this horrifying creature is screeching out in this, almost like in pain and agony, that almost lasts for like an eternity. Almost, and it just stops. It looks up, he looks up, looks down at you, and you can see his face morphs back to this, a very beautiful elven person with this very long stature, looking like Leon, but having more pointier ears, longer hair, and is far more younger than Leon is. Standing there, putting his hands together and bows. And almost like a Thanos snap, just turns into dust and blows away in the wind.
Dust in the wind.
Yes. And the only thing that is left is a stone with a rune on it.
Mm.
Yoink. No, but I'm more like, as he is screaming his death scream, and we're next to the
Yeah, I
door.
was also thinking that.
Yeah.
Nervously looking at that.
Yes. Mhm.
Do you pick the stone up?
Yeah.
Okay. It has a rune on it, and on the other side, using your passive perception, you see it says Leon Melisande de Treux on it.
Wait, what?
We have a little Leon stone.
I hold it up.
And as you hold it up, you can see it. Whoa. Whoa. It pulses.
So
Is this his
maybe as long as we see this pulsate, we know his powers are trapped.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
What should we do with it?
What does the rune say?
Make an Arcana check.
Oof, 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 oof.
I want to do that as well. I'm curious.
24.
Can I do it too?
Oh.
All right. 21 and 24, and waiting for Blinky.
Yeah.
Blinky, you have advantage, though.
I do? Oh. That made a difference. It's gonna be... Wait. Wait!
Nervously.
Ooh.
With 23, 21, and 24, looking down at the stone as you can hear the smattering of water in the sewer system close by, it is the symbol of necromancy.
Yeah, but he did use necromancy,
Yeah.
so
I would suggest you keep that stone safe, and at all time check if it is still pulsating or not.
You think it's safe to put it in the bag of holding, or should I just have it on me?
Don't put it in another pocket
No,
dimension.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
Putting it
worried.
back on.
I'm
And I
just
was
gonna
also
put it-
thinking if
Oh,
if you
yeah.
put it there,
Put
you
it
might
in
not
the book.
notice.
Put it in the book.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, book
Yeah.
mark.
While they are discussing this, Blinky gave me a bag of
Yeah.
ingredients, and I'm looking for mistletoe.
Okay.
your mistletoe is no match for my toe missile.
We found a bag, you know, the kidnappers that took Vika.
Oh
We
yeah.
found a bag of components on the ground, so
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's in it. You said there's a
Yeah,
bunch
there
of
there is
components.
mistletoe in it. Yes.
Ooh,
There is.
Nice. So then, well, I could make us pass without trace, Blinky, and we could just go there, snatch the tome, and get back.
Okay.
And they cannot track us with other means than magic, and we do not leave any steps, footprints, or any other signs.
You can hear the
we hear
clinging of.
anything? Yeah.
You can hear the clinging as you hear it in the music. The clinging of metal as somebody is hitting the vault door.
Come in.
And you start to see the wheel of the vault. You start to
Oh
spin.
shit. People
Wait,
hide.
wait. Yes, wait. Wait a minute. No, that was only me. God damn it.
Okay, maybe you should do the battle trace and the others run.
What are you doing, guys?
Wait.
I'm suggesting running.
I will cast Pass Without Trace. Let's see. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can be tracked except by magical means. So I can do this on the whole group, right?
Additional creature.
Nice.
Yes, you can.
So I cast Pass Without Trace so we can hide better.
Okay, that means that all of you gain plus 10 to your stealth check.
In
So-
a stone corridor where
In a stone
there's
corridor.
nowhere to hide.
Can
I
you
mean, we
climb
can
up
run-
on the ceiling?
You can run backwards.
Yeah, we could go back into the...
Yeah,
We don't
can.
leave any steps.
You don't leave any footprints.
No
so
signs.
if you wish to do a stealth check, if you want to do that, you can do it. And also, this is magical means, so it would help you in this. I will higher up the DC of trying to like stealth in this area, but you can
And I
still
mean,
try to do it.
We don't make any sound, right? Or
That is
shadow and silence.
a veil of shadow and silence radiates from you.
Yes.
So there are more shadows in this place and not so much noise.
Exactly.
So do you wish to stealth, everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
Then make a group stealth check.
How did that work?
Just roll stealth.
You roll your stealth check and add the plus 10.
21.
So everybody's running away now. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't
Sneaking
know.
away. Tactical retreat.
I mean, we have to go and hide, right? There's 40 people in there.
Kalle. So
Yes?
Garbod, go sneak that shit!
Okay.
I mean, since I see him casting something, there's not really any verbal communication of what's happening right now.
I told you that I will silence us.
Okay. You tell us to silence us.
Yeah,
Then
and we don't
people
leave
start running.
any, I guess.
They start to follow Thalion.
I mean, at that point, I'm not moving. I'm tapping Blinky on the blade on her back, and I'm making her invisible with me. Because I don't have
Alright.
time to tap all of you because you're running away, so I'm just gonna tap Blinky.
I didn't
Right,
run
I
away.
forgot you can do that.
Wait, so you can make everyone invisible?
Thought you could just do that on 2 people. So
Regardless,
I didn't
my friends, this is rapid thing. So
Yeah, it's rapid things.
Videl?
That's why I'm saying we can't do stuff like this.
Garbod, you can roll a stealth check too, Garbod.
Oh yes, plus 10. Let me see.
Well, my roll makes sense then. I'm invisible, so it's a 37.
35 for me.
21. The best stealth roll I have ever done.
Will?
Question: pass without a trace? Is it touch or is it?
Vicinity. It is
Okay.
vicinity.
But
So you are
Cool.
affected this time by it, together with invisibility. That combo is ridiculous. Like advantage
God.
and plus 10. It's like, ooh.
Nice.
Where is stealth?
So Garbo, you get
Well.
23.
Since
Yes.
they're opening the door and me and Rill are invisible, I'm gonna make myself ready to go inside the door if it opens.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Did
we
Garbod
are.
say he wouldn't run?
I would say that Thalion, Videl, and Garbod, you go back towards the way you came from and stealth in the shadows there, because you cannot go stand in the middle of like the chamber and be
Exactly.
like poof. So you go back towards line. Meanwhile, Blinky and Relios disappears, get affected by Pass Without a Trace, and you're just standing there.
But what if they bump into them?
That is remain to be seen.
Okay.
Why I'm making myself ready to just slide in through the door.
Well, I explained to the others, follow me and we can hide in the big room.
Sure.
Yeah, and for clarification, I have hooded the lantern.
That is good clarification.
Yeah.
Hold my hand.
As you are standing
I have
there,
put
really
the
Blinky.
necromancy book away. Can I close that thing now?
Yes, you can close it now.
Okay, good. I put that into my bag before they open the door, and I'm pocketing the little stone.
As you're standing there, as the vault spins, and then it goes, and it opens up. You can see there are a group of 4 like acolytes, like clothing like clerics, peering into it. The first one you can see is a female who has this side cut on her left side. Like she has cut her like undercut from on her left side, and it goes towards the other side of the head. She has this very like brown. All of them have this very beige brown-ish cleric attire, and all of them has different types of medallions representing several of other gods. And one of them is the one that's opening, having this very large, like hooded, like lamp, looking into it. And the other ones are like still acolytes, but it looks like there are another female and 2 other males, or is it presumed to be. Most of them look in the younger spectrum of ages, and most of them look like they are humans. And one of them goes like, "I swear I heard something here."
Do we see that?
Linda, for the fucking gods, it's not the first time you bring us out to a spook hunt. There is an invasion going on. I know. But I sense something. You guys can hear this conversation. You cannot see, but you can hear that the door opens up, and you can hear the echoing voices of these teenagers.
We're standing right outside me and Rill, right?
Yeah, you are seeing them. Like,
Yeah, we're okay, good. Yeah.
and you can see the interior.
Are they
inside.
blocking the door? All
They
of them,
are.
like,
They are standing like
even
in a
for
row.
a small.
You can try to go under them.
How wide is this hallway?
The hallway is
In meters.
I would say it is roughly 3 or 4 meters
Oh, it's pretty wide then.
when it's fully open. Right now it's like they are open up so 2 people can stand on this position and look outward. They're not open up all fully.
So the one who opened was the girl,
the girl, and then another girl come
and
by.
and then the other one said Melinda something.
Linda.
Linda.
Mm.
Ghost hunt.
Yes.
I'm gonna creep into her head
Okay.
and be like, Linda, this is a spirit speaking.
Oh, guys, I can hear something. No, you fucking don't. Yes, I can hear something within. I know I heard something. It's definitely the ghost of this place.
Yes,
know.
and this ghost wants you to step back.
You're like, whoa. What is it? The ghost wants me to step back. What is it? You're joking. Have you been smoking one of the incense now lately? Come on, Linda. It's definitely nothing here. It smells like shit.
Linda, hurry!
She's like, oh. Make a persuasion check.
Go and pat her on the.
I'm just hearing this conversation, and can I probably put 2 and 2 get it?
You guys, when you
Really,
you
it's
can
probably
see,
doing stuff.
you can see past them as well. It looks like the catacombs. It looks like there are like barrels. They're looking like resources there. But you can see other people are there as well. But they are hurt. They are wounded.
Other
other.
He's like, I need to step away from. I need to obey whatever this ghost says. And the other mate takes her on the side and go, no. Maybe it's the enemy. But they don't know about.
Linda, I'm a friend.
It says it's a friend. Yeah, they all do. Wait.
Test me, Linda.
One of them goes. The male goes in front of the vault and looking towards you and reaches out the hand because he starts to conjure something.
I'm gonna try to slide past them
Do we
into
see
the room.
this? Or who sees this?
What do I
I
have to roll if I do that?
I would say that when magic comes to like the energy coming out from his fingers, you guys can see this male cleric.
I mean, we could hide by this entrance, I guess.
Yeah.
Do I recognize
Wait.
what kind of cleric this is?
Make a religion check.
How far away are we from the
I
wall?
would say in feet, you're like 80 feet away from it.
I have no idea.
It is very hard to see from this distance, though. It is. You don't see. You see the medallions, but it's it is very hard for your orcish keen small eyes to see this far.
I can see in the dark.
I know.
Since I can't see in the dark, I just see a pattern.
Oh,
Of
you don't
light.
see shit.
I don't even see light emitting from
Yeah,
it.
you see the pattern of like magical light, but
Yeah.
you don't see the dire of them.
Can
No,
I see that?
I know. But can I see if it's like Garbod's light or if it's some other?
I would say
Garbod's
make an
light.
Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh yes, I'm gonna do that disadvantage.
Garbod's light, what?
Can I
also
see
12.
what kind of spell it is?
It is hard to regard if it is an energy based of Garbod. It's you haven't really studied the ways of Garbod and his light.
Oh yes, I have.
But Blinky, you can. oh.
Wait,
I also
I-
want to check what kind of spell this
Yeah.
is. Like,
Yes.
can we see if this is dispel magic that he's
Exactly.
trying to cast at us?
Yes.
Just a second.
Because we've seen Garbod do the spell, so
What do you want, Pat?
Can I see if Garbod is trying to see something? If he's like.
I
really-
would say yes.
Well, then they can do their thing first. I will ask Garbod a thing later.
Make Arcana check.
Mm,
why don't I just roll in the program instead of this? But I don't trust the program. It's 17 plus 6
All right.
becomes 23.
Rill, you know that the patterns of the spell is definitely the school of abjuration, but you don't know really the spell that's going so fastly and hastily and trying and going quite fast. Blinky, you recognize the spell as being the spell magic.
I'm gonna counter spell.
Stealthily, or do you want to just?
No, I kind of want to still be in stealth.
You know that if you do that, it will break your invisibility.
Right, it will.
It does. It does.
Okay,
That's the thing.
I'm gonna slide past him instead.
It can still hit you. The spell.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna try to get into the room.
Make
I'm
another-
not gonna be that discreet. I'm just gonna grab at his hands that is doing the spell. I'm gonna grapple him.
Good.
it
When
rough.
when she does that, I'm gonna just use that and slide into the room.
All right. What do you want to do, Pat? You do-
I ask Garbod, what are you looking for, Garbod?
I'm looking at all the medallions, but I can't really see what medallions they are.
Can I see the medallions and describe them to Garbod?
Make a persuasion. Make a perception check.
Because I have my.
Persuaded. Sorry. What type of god?
I describe how they look,
Oh yeah.
but it's kind of hard still.
I'm loving it.
Want me to unhood the lantern to see better?
Like a train light in a tunnel.
We're not here.
Ha, ha. How much did you roll? It was 14.
Yes.
It is enough for you to distinguish what his medallion is. It is you see there is the symbol of a rising sun from the horizon.
I tell that to Garbod.
And Garbod, you instantaneously know that this is a follower of Alukir, the Primus of Dawn and Fire.
That be friendly?
It is part of your religion.
Ah, yes, okay. Oh!
Oh
they
no,
must be friends. Hey.
Demon Lord.
Well, that's nice.
Make a grappling, Nia.
Like, I just wanna take his hands.
Okay.
I wanna scream at him. Hey! You!
What are you doing?
As you go out, you go, hey! Really grabs the hand. And his hands, his eyes just widens as Rill just appears in front of him.
Mm.
Yeah, what's going on?
Please do not be alarmed.
Make a persuasion or an intimidation is your choice.
What do
His
I roll?
eyes, Bob.
What do I roll to
Stealth.
go past them? Can
Oh,
I go past them,
stealth.
Robin?
Yeah, with a good stealth check, you
Okay,
can do it.
okay, good.
Do not be alarmed.
Yeah.
Does my invisibility drop too when
No.
she? No. Okay, good.
No, it's only because she make an action.
Yeah, but I thought that.
Actually,
when
it
she
just says
cast
that a
it-
target loses if it attack or cast a spell. I did not attack anyone.
I would consider like touching somebody, not to be an attack, but enough to break like invisibility. It's not really that much, but yeah.
Do Blinky get
I would
plus
say
10 on her roll?
No, he's not. She's not
it's,
very close to Thalion.
Oh, okay, I thought it was...
It is 30 feet from Thalion.
Yeah, okay.
But with a 19, Blinky, you manage to dive under the legs of one of the acolytes and going into the temple. But Rill, you're standing there. And you say, don't be alarmed. With a natural 20, he just stares at you and go like, he is so utterly terrified. He doesn't make a sound, and all of the others just stands. And Linda goes like, "What the fuck? What the fuck did I told you?" And just from the other corner, Garbod comes out and go, "Hey!" He goes out.
And I'm like gonna creep. I'm gonna
Right,
just-
you're Annabella now.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
am
yeah.
Annabella right now, but I'm also gonna twist my head towards Garbod, and I'm gonna creep into his head and go like, "Remember that he told us that the clerics might have been in alliance with the Inquisition of Marnai and might not be friendly, so..."
Yes, but I recognize all the medallions. They are part of my group. My belief.
Who are you? Staring at Will.
friends. We're friends.
He's like trying to get away.
I'm letting go of his hands.
He takes back his hands and go like looking at you, looking at Garbod in like dismay.
I'm just gonna walk forward with like purpose. Like I'm just gonna walk straight in there.
There, he's gonna move away. The other three are just gonna stop you and go, "The fuck do you think you are? We're not letting ghosts in here."
Oh, I'm much worse than a ghost.
Looking at Garbod like, "Who are you?"
Who am I? Hey, I'm a brother.
Garbod, bitches.
I'm a brother.
We
I
tell
thought
what
you were
do you
like,
do?
"I'm Garbod, bitches." Bitch slapped. Back
What this gentleman is trying to tell you is that he is a cleric of Kalador.
Prove it.
Yes. I show my medallion.
And your
The-
shield.
The teenager just looks at your medallion and go like, and hit it against his knuckle.
You hear the toe?
No.
Here now. This is the sign.
He looks at it, oh shit! I'm sorry, my lord, and he bows down, and all of the other guys go, "Should we bow?" And yeah, they
I'm not
bow.
a lord. No, you're misreading this. I'm just a regular war priest, not a lord.
And these
why
are
are you in the-
apprentices, so you're
Yes.
clearly higher ranked than they are.
But why are you in the sewers?
I thought this was a labyrinth. Must have mistaken myself.
This is clearly the sewers, Garbod.
I know. Humor, Rill?
Yes, yes,
Why
humor.
why are all of you acolytes in the sewers.
Oh, they point at Linda. They're like, hey, they said there were ghosts here, and we were here to banish them away. And
Yes, it's.
And you did an excellent job, Linda.
you know
the
my
ghost has
name.
been,
Yes.
the ghost is no more.
They look kind of contemplated for a bit. And Linda rises up herself and go, yes, there's no ghost. We did good.
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
Just talking, I'm just gonna look for the tome.
As you are going in, you instantaneously see that you are in the tomb.
Hmm.
There are numerous of people lying about. There are wounded soldiers. There are wounded civilians. There are numerous of resources and barrels and food and open fire. And you can see at the very, very far end of this hallway, there are multiple of these statues. There are of like warriors and whatnot. At the very, very far end of it, it is this huge, very large statue of this enormous being, and in the middle of it, looking up towards the ceiling, and reaches up the hands in like a almost like a sphere, and in its hand you can see there's a fire within it, and on top of it there is this enormous sphere of like magical fire that is like illuminating the whole entire room on top of it. And the being has these huge, like, angel wings as well. And at the very bottom of that statue, you can see there is a pedestal when it looks like a book or something that is lying on top of it.
What kind of... Well, does it look like the book that the Archmaester described?
From this distance, it's very hard to see.
I'm sliding closer to it, but I'm checking for traps.
Make an investigation check. Are you guys going into the temple as well?
I mean, I am.
Yes.
I
Did that-
am sneaking very slowly towards the vault door, keeping a lookout.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I look over at Thalion and say, "Did they talk about ghosts? Should we act like ghosts?"
I'm not sure I'm gonna stay in the shadows.
Me
But
too.
apparently they are.
I am
Well,
the ghost.
If I looked into a dark tunnel and saw this shit-covered goat folk bleeding from his eyes and ears, I would be terrified.
I would think you were a demon more than a ghost.
Yeah,
Well, I think they are friendly, but I will stay and look.
I'm gonna follow Thalion's lead. I'm gonna go very close behind him. With
Right,
a
you both
22.
make a stealth checks. With a 22 and 38, you manage to creep closer in from the shadows as you two are getting closer, and the acolytes like, well, come in, and they usher you inside of the vault. And one of the acolytes is beginning to close the vault.
Should we follow them?
I guess we should.
Should we sneak?
You have to
Does-
do another stealth check, because then you're hushfully sneaking.
Hush-
Does it look
So
like you
I
can...
will give you disadvantage on the sneak.
But they had advantage from the spell still, right?
No,
No,
they have
plus 10.
does it look
yeah.
like you can open the vault from the outside?
Yes. You can wait for a bit if you want to.
I mean, we stood by the door before.
Mm-mm.
There is no...
You were 80 feet behind where you came from.
Yeah, but when we started running away, we were just behind the door, right?
Yes.
So was there a handle on
Yes.
our side?
Yeah, you can totally open it up again.
Then we don't need to expose ourselves, right?
It's up to you.
I will stay in the shadows.
Okay.
What you do,
Vidal?
Vidal, is up to you.
I can see that smile.
You look very scary, Vidal, so you know. And you appear out of the shadows.
Smile. I know what you want to do.
Yep.
But I know what I want to do. But then we have Thalion, and there might be some poor young kid running through this maze to deliver a message to someone. And
Oh, you mean if there's a curse,
Yeah.
you're gonna kill it if you leave it behind?
Yeah, so I'm gonna play the safe card here and stay with Thalion.
What? You listen to me?
Oh.
That's
All
the
right.
first.
No, it's just that he doesn't trust you to be alone.
And with that, the vault door closes after you as Rill and Garbod are ushered inside, and you can see the numerous of people that are lying there wounded, and you can see there are numerous of these people trying to treat them, and there are these people trying to feed them and nurture them, and you get to see there's the people of the cloth that are doing it.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Yeah. And you can see the whole vicinity that I described to Blinky before. It is an enormous sight. It is a glorious sight to a person like Garbod. Because Garbod, you recognize the being that are on the statue. It is the early depiction of Alukir, the Primus of Dawn and Fire.
Oh yes, I recognize that.
The Primus known as the Lightbringer, or the Summoner of the Flame, the Lightbringer, or known as the Flame.
I love the Lightbringer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it should not be compared to its evil twin, the Light Killer.
Yes. That evil bastard. The Light Killer.
The night snuffer.
Oh yeah, that's an Easter egg if you...
If you know what I'm talking about,
That's... Mwah!
it's an old Easter egg from our past, but
Yes.
So what happened here? Why?
it looks the children looks at you and go, well, the invasion.
Yeah,
We're
we
trying
know
to help
that.
the people as we can. They're having some trouble with the Inquisition. The Inquisitor upstairs is not pleased at all.
There's an Inquisitor upstairs?
Yes, they're trying to take these people away.
What of the clerics?
The clerics are still here, most of them, and looks around.
And the clerics are okay with the Inquisition taking these poor people
No,
away?
no, they are condemning them to even be in this temple. The Inquisitor tries to make the High Maester in this chapel to sway his ways, trying to get favor from the gods, but the gods do not favor this.
Did you hear that, Garbod? They're here against the will of the gods.
I think you're twisting the words here.
No, I'm just gonna slide into Garbod's head. Garbod, the Inquisition of Magi are bad. They are here twisting your people, saying that they have the favor of the gods.
Well,
So
then we just
be
have-
with me here. They do not have the favor of the gods. We need to convince these people that they don't want to join the Inquisition of Magi because they're bad. They're not with the gods.
Okay, let's convince them that the Inquisition...
I'm just standing there smiling, having like small eye twitches as I'm like
And-
conversing this to
One of the
Garbod.
acolytes goes up to Garbod and goes like, wait, you're following of Calador, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
That's good. Are you the one with the squadron upstairs?
No, okay. So listen here.
You're not a paladin, you're a cleric, right?
Yes.
Are you a judicator?
Listen to me here now. I know your heart is in the right place, okay? But I'm just gonna say, the Inquisition is not really what you think it is.
Right.
It's really not. And it's really not that good.
Yeah, we know.
They clearly know.
There was they who almost killed these civilians. We had to take them down the cathedral.
Yes, that's really good.
And now they're here, trying to
trying-
convince you that they are
One
here by
of the
favor of the gods, which they clearly aren't.
one of them goes closer to you and like, you don't know what they did to the other acolytes before they came in here and talked to the High Maester.
No.
What did they do?
They killed them. They just
What?
tumbled into the halls and demanded to see the High Maester of this chapel, and they just killed them because they refused. all of the clerics of Melisandre just slaughtered, trying to bring peace to the people. They slaughtered them all.
Cyril, it's not as bad as you think, as this religion is, right? Some people are so nice.
Only the paladins of Elandra, and also there came a squadron of healers and also paladins of Calador. They came this morning and hold the grounds, and it opened up to this very stalemate, claiming that they have the wills and the blessings of the gods. Because they needed to take hold of the city. They have dethroned the queen, but they have not the blessing to execute her. Because they need the blessings of the gods to make that.
They will never have the blessings of the gods to perform such an ill deed.
Nope.
Especially not after killing the clerics.
I mean, slaughtering the clerics is just awful.
Wrong.
Yes.
But we cannot do anything right now. The Inquisitors try. They try to make everything go in their favor, but the high I fear for the life of the High Maester right now. Because they cannot do anything right now, but she is protected. She is protected by the paladins of Calador right now.
Well, what do you think, Will?
I think this is a hard situation we find ourselves in.
Yes. But I mean, how many are there in this room? If I
Roughly?
Yeah, roughly.
Make a perception check. And also, Blinky, you reach the end of the pedestals and you go up towards it. You don't necessarily find any traps along the way. And you reach the pedestal and you go up towards the statue. The statue is massive, reaching almost 20 meters up into the air. As you're getting closer towards the statue, the warmth of the fire getting more intense. You get the sense that this is the light source, but this is also the warmth that is given towards all of the temple. As you're getting closer towards the pedestal, you also see that is the manuscript that the mage has been spoken about.
I don't lose invisibility from taking this, right?
I would not say no, it does not.
Not according to my spell
No. that's what I
description.
think. I'm
That is
gonna
true.
take it.
You take it.
Yeah.
And you grab it, and you
I'm
have it
gonna
in your
make
hand.
sure nobody sees, though. Can I do
Well,
that?
just a
stealth
sentinel that
take it?
carves you in the middle. No.
Can I do a stealth so it doesn't oh yes?
Sure.
How about
That
a
is more a
sleight of
sleight
hand?
of hand. That is more sleight of hand.
Well, we can do that.
I mean, this should surely be a sleight of hand check, if
And
anything.
you have minus 30 to it.
Let's see what
Because-
that does to it.
Because,
Still about
because-
30.
because it is within the eyes of the gods. No, I'm kidding.
You said minus 30.
No, I kid. I'm just
Nah.
joking.
Well, then I would still have 5.
A total of 35.
Yeah.
What? You know what? What book? Has there been a book in this pedestal?
There was
Has there
never.
ever been there? Nobody knows.
Oh, that sleight of hands is so good that you trick everyone in that place that there has never been a book.
There
It's
was
still there.
never a book.
And now the
It's,
pedestal click, and a
was it-
boulder
it-
comes rolling.
It's Mandela effect. Nobody can
Was it
convince
really
me
a
that-
book? Everybody tells there's a book, but was it really? Do you have the book?
I can do sending without that.
Ah,
That
it's
is-
a
no, that is a-
magic. So
That
I
is
don't
magic,
think
yeah.
you can.
No, you cannot do any magical stuff or any action.
Oh wait, I'm gonna just
Attacks,
take
not
a
actions.
little look around because they said there were more magical items here. I'm just gonna have a look see, and then I'm gonna go to Rill. And
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
It's Garbod. As you are looking about, there's with do you want to count the refugees, or do you want to count everybody?
No, just able bodies to fight.
Able bodies to fight. Okay, there you will count. There are roughly like 8 other clerics down here.
Okay.
You don't count the teenagers because you deem them too weak.
Oh.
14 plus 9
That
equals
the high
23.
priest- The high priest was down here?
What did you say?
Who was down here? The high priests?
No, the high maester is upstairs.
Oh, okay.
The high maester is upstairs.
With Inquisition.
That's really bad. I almost think we need to rescue them, but I don't know.
How many of
That's
the
the plan.
Inquisitions
We're
Magi
doing a revolution.
is here?
I would say a lot of their larger garrison is here. One of their grander inquisitors is here, trying to talk some sense to the High Maester, but we fear for her life. But we have the followers of the judge here protecting from the judgmental jury.
The judgmental jury.
Yeah, you should know that.
Yeah, it was a place in Varil. It's called the judgmental jury.
Oh.
The ones you were gonna do a little side ritual thingy me with and stuff.
Didn't say I was going to.
It's a good name, isn't it?
It's a really good name. It's really fun. All the creds for that.
Thank you.
So she's currently being protected,
For the time being, yes.
but they're here with a lot of soldiers then.
They are. But Linda, the other acolyte, points up a finger. But I can show you the way. I know some secret passages if you want to go there.
So we can have a look?
Yeah. And, the other guy just slaps her side. No, you don't know these people. Well, it's one of the followers of Calador. And on the other side of the vault, what do you guys do?
We're discussing that.
Playing cards, like go fish.
Right now, I should switch to like a music that is like comic relief or like boom,
Yeah.
ba, ba-dum, ba. I don't have that music, so I just take another type of music.
Vidal, are you curious about the rest of the sewers?
Should we really leave this place?
No, I don't think so.
If you close your eyes.
Wait a minute.
Close your eyes.
Yes.
What do you
Italian
see
closes your eyes.
right now?
Well, there is a lantern.
Oh yeah, I have that.
But I don't hear any commotion behind the door, so maybe we should just open it.
You wanna sneak in?
No, I don't think we need to sneak. I can hear them talking.
Should we go and take a look at the other route?
Just for safety, or
Yeah,
are you curious?
Do I need to answer that?
Well, we could check our rear so we don't get some enemies sneaking up.
Yeah.
Do you go back?
Yeah, I unhood the lantern
Yeah.
and
And I want to change my clothes to black clothes.
Okay. As you do that, you try to do it. Vidal puts up the lantern, and you're hastily trying to put on some new clothes.
Mostly the cape and stuff.
Yeah. How far back do you go?
I guess we go into this big room.
Where you came from?
Yeah. And
Okay.
what should we check this?
is it 80 feet towards?
I'm just gonna move people over here so you can still see what's happening. And Blinky, go over here. It is this entryway you come back to.
It's
Yeah.
80 feet towards here.
Heat here.
I can't talk.
Heat,
so-
heat here.
80 feet heat.
Yeah, this is the
It is
80
a-
feet distance.
Yeah, you're going like 80 feet. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
But you did perception check.
Did I? No, I
Oh,
did
persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
You
With
are
21
not
and
here,
19.
enemies.
You are going into the place, and it is quite quiet though. But as soon as you're getting closer and closer to where your destination, you start to hear numerous of like moaning.
It's the moaning room.
Put out the lantern.
Cover the lantern.
And as you guys are going in here, you see that there are like numerous of these creatures just standing, hulking about in numerous of these places, just staring towards the sarcophagus at the body, just staring at it and go like.
Do they look like zombies?
They look like the zombies that Mariki has described to you. These beings that are looking like corpses, still like very pale and very like dismembered body limbs, but where they have just lost their limbs is this very large protrusion of these fungi that is growing out of their skin.
Yeah, right.
They look like a fun guy. We need to do it this night too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
No, he made a joke previous
Yeah.
session as well.
So good, it needs to be.
Yes,
said
the
numerous
fun
times.
guy joke.
And there are multiple of these creatures here.
They are multiplying.
Lots
They're
of fun, guys.
losing control.
I think we should go into the vault.
Shoot slowly.
Yes. Slowly back away.
Back away.
Back
And
away.
most of them, as you're going away and looking at them, several of them are just walking towards the corpse, and some of them just lean over the corpse and start to feed on it.
Well, he's in a better place now, so it's not him.
It didn't get released. It's stuck in there like, no!
No! My corpse!
There's an hour delay on my departure.
I am dying.
Okay, so should we sneak past them or go back?
Oh, I think we should go back.
Okay. We go back.
You go back,
Yeah,
and you
it
come
can-
back towards.
Can we do a trap or something? So if they try to move towards us, we hear it.
I mean, we have a vault door between us.
Yeah, but I can see shit and I don't want to trust your eyes on everything.
Oh, my poor Widell. Well, you stay here and build a trap. I will go back to the vault.
But I can see shit!
Exactly, you can't. And you don't trust my eyes, so
Can you make a trap?
no.
What?
What would I make a trap of?
A rope?
You
No,
got a
so they-
stick?
So
as
they
you're,
snooper
as you're
if they go.
talking, you start to hear moanings towards where you are.
I do not touch his fur.
You
I don't touch him.
You are covered in this shit too, so...
Yeah, but I don't want more shit. I'm starting to go back, and I kind of indicate to him that I want to go back.
Yeah, I follow.
You come back to the vault. Do you open the vault?
Yes.
Did
You start to open. You start to
Yeah.
open up the vault. Meanwhile,
Wait. I knock. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Okay.
I don't want to just open up. Hello. And
How much does a metal door echo through the corridor?
We will see.
right.
I unhooded
Yes,
the lantern.
lead the undeads to the dying survivors.
Okay, I just opened.
No, you
You
didn't.
knocked.
You knocked.
I don't know what to do. Everything I do is wrong, so I don't.
No,
know.
it's not wrong. It's
I
not
like
wrong.
that
It's
you do
perfect.
it. It's perfect. Yes.
I mean, if I just open it, they might think we're enemies and attack us. And if I knock, I might stir the undead.
yeah, you
Yeah.
damned
They are
if you
80
damned
feet
if you
away.
don't.
I will knock
Yet,
like
all,
do, not
also
bam,
the
bam, bam.
undead have to make a perception check, and
Yeah.
we will see.
I will.
But-
Dunk, 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 dunk.
But inside of the cathedral, what are you guys doing? Still having this conversation,
Looking around.
you're looking around, and you're still looking for like items and such sort, some things. You find a larger sword, like a double-handed sword that has the symbol of one of the gods on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
You're stealing
Uh,
from the temple.
what? I know.
I mean,
That's what we went here for.
I'm
you
sorry,
know?
Garbod, but there's no way in hell you would ever see her stealing stuff because
No, this is in
It
the
just
other
disappears.
hallway, like in the larger of the
Yeah.
hallway. This is on
And
the
I'm
other side.
invisible.
And even if you were standing there looking at the sword and Blink were next to you, you wouldn't see she's stealing it.
That's
You would go,
me.
I really thought
Yeah.
it was a sword here.
What was that noise?
How big is it? Is it bigger than me?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
much larger than you are.
Can I like? Is it leaned up against the wall? What is it? Just
It is.
where-
It is on. It is like on a very small, like stone table, like on top of it, and you can see there's like an indicator written on it.
Oh, what does it say?
It says the Sword of Light on it.
Do I know what that is?
Make a religion check with disadvantage.
Yeah, I fucking doubt I know that. Oh, well that maybe. Because I rolled the same twice, so. I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Yes.
It's really There are some stories in the Calamity of champions and so on. If this is the sword what they believe that it is probably a sword that has been wielded by a previous champion of Alukir.
So it's a holy.
It is a
Sword.
holy weapon, presumed to
could-
be.
Could be useful. I'm just gonna take the bag of holding,
Uh-huh.
like, and I'm gonna go up towards the side of the stone
Mhm.
table and kind of like scooch it into the bag.
It is very heavy. As
Yeah,
you
that's
try
why
to
I'm gonna be like.
pick it up. Make a strength check.
Oh no, that might be the bad one though. It's a 3.
What?
You manage to take the sword and just, but you're not so strong. So it's like on top of the like stonework, and you can hear the metal clinging against stone as all of you and also the acolytes, both Garbod and Aurelius, hear this like grinding sound as all of them looks towards the hallway.
I'm just gonna take a step away from the sword, like no.
Is the enemy here? Are they really here?
you should hurry up and show us that corridor, that secret way, so we can see what we're dealing with.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check. And Garbod gave you advantage because he said yes.
Yeah, power of Garbod, you know.
Yeah. You only need one word.
Oh, okay.
Looks at you and goes like, we should probably hurry. And Linda grabs Rill's wrist and try to run away.
I mean, are we gonna run with her?
And all of a sudden, as they are running away, and Garbod, you're standing. Are you following, or are you
Yes, I'm
standing still?
following. Yes.
As you are standing still, and as you're following away, she stops. As you can hear the clong, 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 clong.
Not
from
that
the-
loud. I just. Tung, 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 tung.
But it echoes in the
It
halls.
is.
And all of them just stops and go like, "Who? What's that?
What was
Probably
that?
is our
What
friend.
was that noise?"
If one of you could just be so kind to open for them. They might look a bit covered in muck,
Maybe nobody
but
should
don't
put-
be frightened. They are kind people. But
One of the
please show the way.
One of the acolytes runs towards the door, and during the same time as you are pom 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 pom, it takes a while, and the door is, and then it opens up, and you can see a very scared, like teenage acolyte standing there in the hallway.
Fidel
I
with
go,
bleeding eyes.
"Hello."
Falls prone.
We are just looking to join our friends.
Okay. Then
The
come on
cleric
in.
and the
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. They are just.
And by the
ushered you
way,
in.
there
Mhm.
is undead in the room.
There's undead, and they just close the door.
Well, I try to.
Oh, when you come in,
Okay.
she just hides.
Close the door on you, like,
Well,
bye, good luck.
There's undead, but.
God damn it! All
Yeah.
right,
Follow
Secure
inside.
it well.
and I would assume that everybody is gathering up just to make the handle of it. Or Blinky, do you just want to stay here in the catacombs?
I mean, she's
Well, I'm
invisible
still
1 hour.
I'm still stealing.
Yeah.
Stealing stuff.
I mean, I'm still hurrying Linda on to show me the way.
And
Yeah.
also, I'm a goblin.
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't really feel like plopping out right now in the middle of all of this. Might be a good idea.
Then Garbod and Rill, do Videl and Thalion
Do I
follow?
hear them?
Oh,
I
yeah, you
heard
can
them
see.
talking. Yeah. Okay.
You can see both Videl and Thalion, and Linda is waiting there to look if it is your friends, and it is your friends. Do you guys follow them?
I'm
Or do
gonna
you stay
go
here?
up. I'm gonna go up to Rill.
You walk to
kinda-
the other side of the hallway?
Yeah, and I'm gonna start to jank at her coat a little bit. Like,
I mean,
dun, dun, dun,
knowing
dun,
that
dun.
Blinky is invisible in here, I'm just gonna do like a stretch. Not the hand that I'm like Linda's holding. I'm just gonna try like stretching and just gently sway the hand back and forth at my side, seeing if I can like.
I'm gonna grab her hand and then let her touch the book. Like, yeah, touch it, feel it.
It is not the book.
I have no idea what I'm touching. Okay.
That's a soft book.
Is the book vibrating?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
No, it's the book. You can feel the book.
Yes.
Cool.
Or you feel a book.
I mean, I feel that she has a book, which is. I'm gonna try to find her head
Yeah.
so I can like pat it.
Yeah.
You don't know how
It's like very close to
wonderful
your
that
face.
feels.
It's the patch is not over here. It's more like that.
I mean, I can't really see, so I'm just trying to figure out where it is and like pat
Find the
because I can only communicate with something I can see telepathically, so I can't communicate with her telepathically because
That's
I
why
can't
we're
see
doing
her.
the touch.
Linda turns around and goes like, "Okay, let's go."
Yes, let's go, please.
let's go.
Do Videl and Talion follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me at least.
Yeah,
Blinky, do you
but
follow?
Yeah, I follow, but I try to not be seen right now.
Videl?
I move a bit slower than Thalion because I'm looking at all the wounded people that are lying
Yeah.
around. And
Yeah.
just trying to think of the greater purpose that we are trying to do here. So I will be following, but it takes a little more time for me.
Yeah.
I should have done mass healing on them.
No, you should not have
Oh.
because we need to say magic.
Storming a castle. Bad Garbod.
I know we're storming a fucking castle.
As you're walking through an hallway, she goes to one of the closest of the statues of Alokir and pulls on one of the wings of the being that goes downward, and the statue and the wall just go inward and then goes to the side, and it's another hallway just opening up. He says, "Come with me."
I'm following.
Here we
You
go.
go into twists and turn inside the, and I presume that everybody goes into it. And as Blinky, you are the person that is last. You can see the wall goes outward again and goes back into place. And as you're following this small teenager, she's going in a very like twists and turns and comes towards a ladder, and she begins to climb upward.
Following.
Climbing upward, you reach to another plateau and another like pathing, and you can see there are small like holes in like a human normal standard height, about I would say 175 centimeters high or 80 centimeters high, two like points and in like smaller like gaps in between each other. And after you walk by, you can see. You can watch through the holes, and you can see another like in towards the temple itself, into the large mass area, and you can see there are numerous of like Inquisition based like Odair of them, and they are walking by and they are just throwing in books and stuff and just throwing into a huge bonfire that is in the middle of the temple.
More book burnings.
I don't
And-
know.
Gross.
Burning.
And as you're walking past it all, you reach to the end of the hallway. You can see there's another of these statues and another set of two holes, and she just jumps up to it and go like, "Don't touch Alokir," and looks into the holes. Yeah, they're in the meeting now. And points in.
I'm gonna look.
You can look in. You can see there is this, what you would assume is like the high maester, this older woman that has this very uptight braids of like silver long hair, shorter, but in a very like older attire, sitting in like this huge like chair, and just looking towards the other end of the table, where you can see there is this Inquisition, like what you would assume this Inquisitor. It is military Odair, large like metal, a type of metal armor, sitting there with you can see this huge medallion on the side which holds this very long red cape that has this very large black hand of a fist on the side of it. And you can see there are numerous of these, the Japanese like blessing like papers that have like a symbol written on the paper. She has it all over her, like whole armor, but it's filled with these runic symbols, and it looks like these religious meaning to it. On the other side, you can see close by towards the older woman, there is a group of like 4 paladins of Calador having the seal that Garbod has on their shields, and they are just crossing their arms together, and they're among them. It is a woman, and it looks exactly like Garbod. The armor could be like identical, but Garbod has another armor, but the shield is the same. It's clothed as Garbod and has this huge book as Garbod do. And on her side, she has 4 heads dangling on her belt, looking cross and looking towards the Inquisitor, like they are on the side of the chapel, just protecting. It looks like they are a part of the chapel where Kalle comes from. And Garbod,
God, you should
when-
see this.
when you look at them, you recognize her as this is your mentor.
Oh,
that trained you. This is Roana Luminen. Your mentor is standing there, and
should have said that to you, maybe. All right.
Oh.
and you can see that they're talking, but it's very hard to hear them talking through this wall.
Yeah, okay. She trained me.
This is problematic. So what? How many paladins was there?
4
paladins.
4 paladins of Calador standing there together and protecting the High Maester. The Inquisitor has nobody there. It's only the Inquisitor sitting there.
Oh.
The runes on the Inquisitor's cape, are they like protection runes?
You don't know.
Can you do a check?
You can
To
try.
maybe guess?
Is it an Arcana check?
Yes.
Watch this. Ah.
I also want to see if I can check those.
There are small things that you know, Garbod. Wait, what Rill said. With a natural 20.
Small things you know, that sounded so
Garbod, you are just trying to distinguish what they are, and also Blinky, you cannot see them because it is 2 holes in the wall, and you are in the very back.
Oh,
of the
right.
wall.
Well, then I
But
never mind.
Will, as Garbod is like, their runes look like they are this circle, and you just push him to the side and look at him. It is numerous of. It looks like there are numerous of like one-take spells, almost like they are taken from like spell scrolls and put it on her, so she can just rip them up and cast a spell from it.
Of course.
And there are numerous of protection spells on the armor. But after some time, the Inquisitor stands up, points at them with a military gesture towards them, and says something towards the High Maester, and she just smiles and nods, and the Inquisitor leaves the room.
Okay, we should go talk to them.
I can open up the door if you want to.
What you say?
Do you deem that safe, Garbod?
I wouldn't say anything is safe, but you know my thoughts about safe.
How about you go in and I stay here for now?
Yes, okay. Yeah, okay.
Or
The acolyte takes the side of the wing. Shall I? Is it safe?
actually, let's not try to deceive these people. I'll follow you, Garbod.
Yeah.
Should I follow too?
As Videl comes in,
Oh, where the
Right.
fuck you been?
she looks at you and go, and in the panic just drives down, sees the very muddy like goat folk, just
Muddy
drags it
goat.
down, and the door just opens up, and there are numerous of these people just staring, not the High Maester, but your mentor just looks at you and go, Garbod?
Hey, Luminara. Guess you didn't expect to see me here, huh?
She walks to you and slaps you on the face. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure that you are real.
Yes, of course. Now, can I make sure you are real?
What happens if you laugh
Sure.
when you're stealth, when you're invisible? Does it drop?
You will drop.
No, it won't drop. They would
No,
hear
I-
our laughter somewhere.
Yeah,
Well, I'm probably a and then like
do you want to slap her as well?
No, I
slap
do
back.
not.
Okay. She looks at you and go, I have been searching everywhere for you. Everywhere. Of all the places I find you here.
Yeah, clearly you didn't search inside the walls of this lovely
And
place.
who are you?
Ah, yes. Excuse me. This is real. A companion. A friend.
What
Right.
he means to say is, my name is Annabella von Chatmuzal.
Yes, it's a long name, and you know I can't remember names, right?
You're in the company of nobility?
Made my way up.
She leans on and the high maester goes like, impressive indeed.
I know that voice.
Your mentor turns to you and go, Garbod,
Yes.
I am very pleased to see you after all this time. And after you left Greymore, but I have to. You need to come with us. Right now.
Oh, what?
The chapel. You know that Greymore is attacked by the Cyclop army.
Yes.
It is beginning to fall.
Then why are you here?
We are gaining allies. We are making sure that we can have somebody come with us. And I hope my brethren all across the lands has found something, but clearly we have to. This place needs protection. I can leave my paladins here. I can do that. But Garbod, I need you. We need clerics. We need clerics. There has been an infestation as well. It started in Varil, and I'm afraid that it will spread up here as well if we don't stop the infestation. We haven't heard by our divine ruler yet. In Varil, we don't have any contact at all.
Oof.
Garbod, we need to leave now.
Well,
I am when this meeting was done, I was going away. But this is great news. If we are two clerics going, maybe we can help our people.
So you're condemning this place to save another?
She looks at you. I'm not condemning. I'm leaving my paladins here, helping, trying to help. But if Garbo doesn't come, there will be no reinforcements at all. If Greymore falls, our order could be in jeopardize. And also there's an infestation in Varil as well.
When you say infestation, what do you mean?
Demons. There have been demons sprouting out from the catacombs. After midnight in the previous day, a huge wave of demonic entities just overwhelmed the catacombs there.
What do you know?
He comes and grabs Garbod to his side. Garbod, I order you to come back.
Well, what about my friends?
You will return.
How?
When? I step out from.
Do you have something? Do you have...
Demon!
She looks at you, Garbod. Do you have something? Something that you can give to your friends?
My amulet?
Give it to me.
I give her my amulet.
And she starts to do some magic around it. And it starts to glow and hands it to you. When the time has come, when you will return, you can return to them.
Can I keep the fort, boys and girls?
I suggest you should say your goodbyes because we are going right now. I prepared a spell. And she walks a bit away towards one of the windows close by.
Would someone keep an eye on Chester if I don't come back?
I'm gonna drop invisibility. You can't leave! Why are you leaving? Right now?
Just to go with. Hey, lady!
He turns towards you. Goblin!
Oh, yes!
The goblin is fine. I promise you. Would
You
someone
can't defeat Murak, but you maybe if you stop what's corrupting his mind, he will stop fighting your temple.
Our temple will fall if Garbod doesn't come.
But you can't defeat
It is
him.
out of discussion.
But you can't defeat him.
I can, with the help of him and other of the chapter.
Garbod's gonna die.
He will
You're all
not.
gonna die.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you are as
can
skilled
someone
as they say,
please keep an eye on Chester while I'm gone.
But Garbod, you can't leave. If we stop the corruption,
No,
then
no,
maybe
Blinky,
Murak will
Blinky.
stop.
Blinky, listen to me. If this is important to Garbod, we can't
Yes.
stop him.
I know, but he is going to
No,
die
he's gonna
for
No,
nothing.
please. Believe in Garbod. He's gonna be fine.
I already
Hmm.
died once.
And if he is in a pinch, he has a sanctuary here. You know? A
And
specific little
points
place.
at the amulet as well. That is his sanctuary. He can return to you when his time is done.
I'm just gonna hold out my hands and like, can I have Chester?
I will give you Chester. Please keep
Chester comes out and goes.
Hi, Chester. I'm just gonna creep into Chester's mind. I'm just gonna.
What are you doing? What
Yes,
is happening? What is happening?
Master's gonna go away for a while. I will feed you until he
And
comes back.
Chester looks at you and go, and it says like, Master!
Aww.
Chester's very upset, Garbod.
No, I want to go with Master. Master. Yeah, fuck. We fuck Master.
He says
And
a lot of words
it
I'm not going
jumps-
to repeat.
It jumps out of your hands and it grows legs and it goes towards and it stops at Garbod
Oh!
and it starts to chew on your leg.
Oh!
Chester, you need to stay here.
Nom. And it wraps around the tongue around you.
I
Is
am
his
very.
mentor seeing this?
The mentor is like, what has happened to you?
I will pet Chester and give him some food and give him more. You need to stay here.
No,
We'll be
Master.
back.
Master, stay, Master. Protect Master.
Just-
Master.
we Just talk.
Master. You can hear him talking.
Okay.
No, fuck. Master, stay. Chester, stay, Master. Protect Master.
See, I told you taught him how to talk.
Fuck, Master, fuck.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I'll give Real my medallion. but Okay.
I can be not Chester, I can be Bagster. And turn into a bag.
Oh.
Oh,
With a mouth.
That's...
Or he says, I can be Belter. Turns into a belt.
I will not wear.
And turns back into Chester. Follow Master. Don't leave Chester.
Okay. Chester, you got the will.
Yes, Master.
Then,
How are we gonna smell changelings without him, though?
Chester,
Let's assume
Yes.
everyone is a changeling.
Oh, that's okay. Fine.
Yes, Master. Yes, fuck.
would you help the group to smell out changelings?
No, fuck.
Okay.
I am Master Chester.
I'm gonna take out a ration. And just dangle with it. Hey, what's up?
It takes his tongue and go like a frog. Funny lady
Yes.
give. Funny giving food.
Chester, who wants some little fleshy globs from the hag?
No, Master.
I go down on my knees and I hold out my hand and just, Chester, it will be okay. And can I use something?
Make a persuasion, or do you have something else?
Animal handling?
It is not an animal.
Yeah.
No, I know, but
It's a monster.
I mean, I'm good with creatures.
I would say you can do that with disadvantage.
Oh, spännande. Oops, roll again.
Just as you do it, it will look okay, and you go like, "Fuck you, creepy elf! Fuck, fuck! I live with Master, die with Master.
Hey, we're not dying.
Fight with Master, live with Master, fuck with
yeah.
Master, fuck."
Yeah, we're gonna have a swell time.
Your mentor is looking like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I mean, he can just hear blah blah blah, right?
No,
No, he's speaking.
talking right now.
Oh,
Speaking.
He's like, Master. Master, don't leave. Don't leave.
Well, I'm not gonna
Okay.
force Chester to do something he doesn't want to.
Behind you
No.
all, you can hear your mentor go, Garbod, it's time.
Okay, yes.
You say
will-
to your friends what you need, you leave, you take whatever you can, and bring that fucking chest with you if you want to.
Yes. Well,
See where Garbod learned his language.
how
And
big
his
is
head
chest?
collecting. Now I'm not so weirded out by it.
yeah, chest is like this big, I guess. Well, okay. I'll
You
give
can say your
the medallion.
goodbyes, Garbod. Make sure to be ready soon.
Yes. I'll give the medallion. It would be in a goodbye, so we'll be back.
Soon, I hope.
Yes. Yes.
Be
Good
quick.
fortune to you, Garbon.
I would hug you, but then you're gonna be infected by fungus, so I won't. I'm just gonna do this.
Yes.
Blink your swamp.
Yeah. Lick your swamp.
I don't want to say tears in my eye. I don't want to say I want to hug because I would cry. It's because of the fungus.
Yes.
Don't cry on us.
That would be so awful.
Thank you, Goblin. Thank you, Blinky, for making me a better orc.
Yeah, I hope that our agreement can still be ongoing when you get back.
Oh, yes. Now I need to leave. Before bad things happen. Valion, don't be a dark elf. That's bad.
I just nod.
I know.
If you meet Murak, run.
Kill him. I will
Oh.
say goodbye in Goatfolk. We had butt.
No, don't do that. I will. You will be.
Oh,
You will cut the fungus.
A mushroom in the forehead.
You will become a fungi.
Haha.
if
Nailed
I
it.
feel I will give that to you. It's good for foot fungus. Yes, I will go back. Oh, I see you when I see you. Don't do so.
That better be soon, because we do need you.
Will be soon. Oh yes.
Don't forget to shout freedom at midnight.
Did he do that?
We should all do that.
Yeah.
Always
Oh.
share Wednesdays.
Oh, shut up, you. Always ruining a nice moment, isn't he?
Almost as bad as Valiant.
Yes.
You almost get the sense that he says goodbye as well.
Oh.
Well, I will go to my mentor.
You go to your mentor.
Yes.
The mentor leans up from scratching something on the ground and looking towards you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then draw your hammer,
I'll draw my hammer.
draw your shield,
Draw my shield.
and don't you fucking die.
I'm gonna creep into her head before they leave
Yeah.
and be like, you better bring him back alive.
She looks back at you and go, oh, he will survive. Trust me. If somebody survives, it's him. You have a last glance of your friends taking up your trollolol hammer and your shield, looking at your friends as your mentor takes her hammer and brings it down to the floor, and all of a sudden this enormous flash of energy comes from the ground, and it just dissipates into light flies flying around in the room. And it's quiet. And it's empty. And there we end tonight's episode, my friend.
Whew.
As you could recall, that we had a little bit of a revealy thingy there.
Mm-hmm.
That Kalle will... do you want to tell people, or...
Yes, I will take a short break due to building a house and having a kid.
Having a baby?
Building a house?
Yes, our building, we're extending it.
Renovating and extending the building
Nice.
And
to having the child.
it's a little. I don't have the time, so some things has to be stopped.
Oh.
So yes, for the time being,
But
I will be back.
it is not the end of Garbod though.
Oh,
Because I am going to text Kalle some things that are maybe going to happen with Garbod and so on.
Mm.
Some decisions and other things. So the legend of Garbod will still commence, and I think that Garbod will cross paths with you guys again.
Come back a changed man.
Yeah.
Because, and also he is going towards probably Grey. We'll see where Garbod goes. Probably to Greymore or either to Viril. It's depending on the choice that Garbod makes on the way.
I had to make choices.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that now, Kalle, because I'm gonna do
Okay.
that before you come back, okay?
That's nice. Good.
But regardless, my friends, thank you so much for staying up and looking at us on the Curse of the Black Mountain. Make sure to look at our social media to see any other cool project that we are doing here in Stream On. We also have SoundCloud that you can listen to our podcast that is Skrönor och sägner från Ingenmansland, where Kalle is the Dungeon Master. And probably in the future there are going to be some more episodes, but there are 2 there. You can listen now. And yes. Anything else before we go?
YouTube!
Yes, YouTube. If you want to look back at this episode or other episode from the previous of this adventure we've been doing, you can check in there. And also we have a recap from before the stream as well. So you head on there and check on. And it's Roll of Faith that you see it on there on YouTube and also in our social media. And I hope to see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.